I didn't even know I had it.
Extra. Read all about it.
All right, here comes the...
I know. I may need to put my thing up too here. It's kind of cold out here.
Bonnet.
My bonnet. I don't know. Do I need to put my hoodie up?
Oh, man.
Are we that cold yet?
I don't know. Jesus.
Where?
It's too early for this. We originally said we were going to do the podcast at what, like?
Midnight. We were going to do it at midnight.
We should have done it at midnight.
We should have done it at midnight, completely fucking hammered. But we've done that a couple times. It didn't work out that well. And it was cold as shit out here.
Yeah, it was cold.
We were tired.
Last night it wasn't that cold, no? Were you cold?
I don't know. I was drunk, so I drank 3/4 of a bottle of vodka.
I'm so drunk.
You were white girl wasted
I was
last
white
night.
girl.
I saw you kept pulling up. Kelly had his own bottle of vodka. And he's like,
bloop, bloop, bloop. That's what I do.
that's what I do. You want to do the intro, Kelly?
Sure.
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh.
Oh.
Welcome. Oh, I don't know.
Whoa, that's not your line. That's not your line. Stop. Stop mouthing words from other people.
Okay.
Welcome to podcast number 15. 15. That's a big number for me for some reason. I find that to be a big number. I can barely count that high, but welcome to podcast number 15 of Generational Gap. It's a new year.
January 1st.
January 1st. I'm Carter Ash, running the boards, hanging out. We got big news about Chance. We'll get to that in just a moment. But we got a great show today. I'm super excited about today's show. Excited about the new year. Excited to dive into all these wacky topics that we've got going on. Wacky stuff,
Because we're wacky people.
We got wacky stuff. Kelly, what happened on this day?
On this day, January 1st, a lot of shit happened, actually. Because it's the new year, so
That's what I was asking you the other day. I was like, oh, I bet January 1st has...
a lot of international things of the year things. But anyways, on this day, 6:30. January 1st, 6:30.
Knights of Columbus. Knights of I don't know.
Prophet Muhammad. He sets out with an army 10,000 strong to conquer Mecca. Did he? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not.
I heard there was like the Muhammad at Mecca and Muhammad at Madura.
This is the Prophet Muhammad. He's the real deal.
Okay.
Like John Smith. Joe Smith. It's his brother.
They're related. Do you think that the Prophet Muhammad decided to implement soaking?
In gas and then lighting people on fire, maybe. That's what they do over there.
No comment.
That's what they do over there.
That's what they do?
Yeah. The Middle East is, they go hard over there.
That's what they do? You can't say that's what, it's 2022 now.
It's they. I mean, that's what those people, I can't say that either. That is what people from that region of the world do. How's that?
Sure. I'll just let it slide.
That's what they do.
I don't think there's a whole lot of saying
Not
going
a lot of
on.
saying going on. On this day, January 1st, 1801, the Irish Parliament voted to become part of the Kingdom of Great Britain.
Hear ye.
Yeah, Wales is his own country. I did not know that.
When I feel like such an idiot when you see like England, right? Like the island of England, right? Or the United Kingdom, right? And then there's England, but there's like other kingdoms.
Scotland is one, but
Yeah.
Wales is one.
Yeah, that's just like a little. Boop.
Ireland is. See, I don't know. Is it Ireland or Northern Ireland? I think Ireland is.
Didn't they have a civil war about it?
I don't think it was a civil war. Well,
With the IRA, right?
Yeah, they went hard.
Oh, goodbye intro. Okay,
All right.
Yeah,
On this day.
let's do it from down here.
All right.
Keep going.
This is a good one to completely redeem myself from the Prophet Muhammad one.
Okay.
On this day, 1863, January 1st.
1863, January 1st. I don't know.
The Emancipation Proclamation given by Abraham Lincoln.
Those people, they
Freedom
light
slaves.
themselves in gas and catch them on fire.
They don't. On this day, 1892, Ellis Island opened up as the U.S. immigration station.
That's where my family came through.
It would go on to be the gateway to more than 12 million people.
That's almost as much as came
Keeps
through in
through us.
2021.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I think
Wow.
South Texas is the new Ellis Island.
Yeah. Laredo.
1896, German physicist Wilhelm
Von Stingel.
Rock. See, when they put the little dots over the O's, I don't know how to do that.
Umlaut.
We're going to go with Roentgen. He discovered X-rays.
I thought when you were kept talking, that was continuation of his name.
No.
He discovered X-rays.
X-rays.
Dude,
Can you imagine, first time
I've
you're like,
heard
what
about
the
that.
hell?
No, and they didn't realize that like radiation poisoning was a thing. So he had his one assistant do it. I actually know about this. Like
Really?
he realized that if they shoot, I don't know if it's charged particles or however they get those X-rays to go through an object and then onto like a filament, right? Like onto like a paper or something to be captured. He was like, this is revolutionary. And then he continued his body of work because you're not just going to stop, right?
No, why would
he was
you?
like, hey, assistant, come here. And he performed thousands of like unregulated X-rays on his assistant's arm. And by the time he died, his arm was like,
Really?
I'll pull it up, dude.
All right.
Figure it out.
Well, we're doing it. On this day, 1907, U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt shakes a record 8,513 hands in one day.
Wait, he shook.
And he didn't get the COVID.
That's a really interesting statement.
I don't know. Was there a dude sitting there counting?
Wait, hold on. So the statement is on this day, President Roosevelt shook 8,000.
513 hands.
It doesn't say like he gave a great speech. He just shook that many hands.
And he didn't get the COVID after.
Hey, good year.
So my question is,
How many spit shakes were there?
is that 8,513? They say hands. They don't say people. So what if I shook both your hands? Now I'm only doing 4,260.
I think you're focused on the fringe part of this statement. The fact is there's no context. Like he defeated the Nazis and they shook his hands, or you know what I mean?
I dig deep on my.
Yeah,
on
you
these
dig
days.
really deep on this.
But the other question I have on this: who counted?
Yeah, there's a
One,
guy. 1, 2, 3.
three.
Maybe there was that many. Hey Kelly, look at the screen. Gotcha.
I see what you did there. Is that on the thing?
Yeah, it's on the thing.
All right.
It's on the thing. Keep going.
On this day, January 1st, 1923, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics.
Back in the USSR. That right?
USSR.
That USSR thing.
On this day, January 1st, 1934, Nazi Germany passes. We're gonna have to Google this. Get ready.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Nazi Germany passes, quote,
Okay.
law for the prevention of genetically diseased offspring. Probably like
Of
genetically diseased offspring.
prevention of genetically.
Diseased. I don't know what.
I'm not looking at my keyboard. Disease law for prevention of hereditary disease offspring. Okay. 2021 7/14.
Law. Go down to the next one.
Dirkendellending. Look at
Law
the
for the prevention of offspring. So basically, if
with
you
hereditary disease. U.S. Holocaust. Okay. Law for prevention of offspring with hereditary diseases. Leben nes as July 14th, 1933, right?
yeah.
Says the German government passes the law for prevention of offspring with hereditary diseases, mandating the forced sterilization of certain individuals with physical and mental disabilities.
So they didn't kill you; they just made
This
you sterile.
new law provides a basis for the involuntary sterilization of people with physical and mental disabilities or mental illness. Roma,
gypsies.
gypsies. Yeah, the people always talk about the Jews,
Whoa,
but they
whoa,
got
whoa,
those gypsies pretty hard too back in the day.
You're not done. Finish.
Associal elements and Afro-Germans. Oh, so like
What are
blacks.
Afro-Germans? Those like Afro?
Yeah, African
Americans?
Germans. It's like African Americans, like Afro-German.
Huh. I don't like that term.
Well, obviously the Jews didn't like that term, or the Germans didn't like that term either.
Lieben der Flop. How come every time somebody reads something in German, they're like, Lieben?
You?
right.
How come everybody, aka you? Okay, but did you see the news? Look at this. Dirk Deck Licken.
I know. I've never been to that website.
Dirk Deck Licken.
Jerky.
Hey,
All right.
All right.
On this day, 1946.
1946.
Yes.
This is a World War II reference.
Emperor
Of Japan
he
surrenders.
He was killed last week, remember? Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Hirohito,
Hirohito.
Emperor of Japan, announces, I'm not a god. Was it like because he had real bad diarrhea? Like if you're a god, you wouldn't have bad diarrhea.
No, but you know about that, right? Like, they had him. He was reincarnated and everything. So I think after World War II, because that's right after World War II, right?
Oh yeah, 46.
So
yep.
He's like, sorry guys.
Sorry, the whole God thing. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you'd be pretty pissed at God if you just lost your war.
On this day, January 1st, 1975, the International
House of Pink.
Women's Year begins.
Oh, nice.
Haven't been making sandwiches since.
Was that put together by a panel of men?
Probably.
They're like, God, here's your fucking year.
Just have your year. You can.
Here you go. Okay.
And it's funny.
What was that? 1971.
5.
1970. They're like, just wait till 77, bitch.
And I remember this one. 1985. On this day, the U.S.'s first mandatory seatbelt law goes into effect.
That was a big deal.
I don't think you guys realize, like us growing up, we never had seatbelts.
I mean, I understand that because literally every Gen Xer tells me, oh, back in my day, I sat in the back of the hatchback, the station wagon, blah, blah, blah.
Station wagons.
Okay, whatever.
We didn't have minivans yet.
Okay,
Those were things.
That took a long time. It took like a decade to get the seatbelts in place because like GM didn't want to put them in, or what? Like Americans were like, that's my freedom.
I guess they like going through the windshields.
I met a guy one time, and he, when I was in Tennessee, I met this guy.
You're the only 10 I see.
Oh my God. I met this guy and we started hanging out, and we were in his car, and he told me that he told me that he just got over like a major spine reconstructive surgery because he wasn't wearing a seatbelt and he shot out the front windshield. And we're just driving and talking, and I look over, I'm like, he's still not wearing a seatbelt.
My ex-wife's father.
Watch what you say.
I know. Her dad never wears a seatbelt still to this day.
That's crazy.
Because he was in if I remember correctly, he was in a bad crash.
With a seatbelt on?
Without a seatbelt, and that's the only reason he lived.
Because he wasn't wearing the seatbelt?
He was like flown from the...
Jesus Christ.
He was thrown from the car.
It's like...
And that's the only reason, like, I don't think everybody else lived in it.
Out of like 100 car crashes?
Exactly.
If you're not wearing a seatbelt, maybe like one time. That's the reason. Oh, they lived. 99 other times you're getting flown. Or thrown, as you said. Thrown.
On this day, January 1st, 1994, NAFTA goes into effect.
Fuck that. That's what destroyed our country, right?
Exactly.
Could you point to NAFTA and say that is the beginning of our current issues?
Yes.
That's our... Thanks, Bill Clinton, right?
That was Obama, I believe.
No, 1994. That was Clinton, right?
Oh, yeah, that was. I'm sorry.
NAFTA. Obama. You're just thinking of all the people you hate.
Clinton wasn't a bad president, really. I mean, coming from somebody from my side, as a Democrat, he did things that he probably should have been doing, but
he got head.
He got a little mouth love in the Oval Office.
I'm surprised that
his wife's the absolute worst human being on the world. But he
only flew with Jeffrey Epstein 23 times.
I mean,
and he was just hitching a ride.
Yeah. No,
to his private island.
I'm not saying he's a great person by any means morally, but he wasn't a bad president. Like, he was president when the internet boom took off.
Mm-hmm. Because of him, he put in good regulations for the internet.
And he just
Section
let it happen.
230.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was the Wild West back then. Yeah. But he let it happen.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's good.
Anyways, on this day, 1999, the euro is introduced.
That's cool.
It didn't go into effect until 2002.
Didn't who's the guy that Republicans hate? I always call it George Soros. He was super important in the adoption of the euro, I think.
Was he really?
He was on... I heard that from Alex Jones. So
so it won't be true for 5 more years. It sounds crazy right now, but in 5 years it will be.
No,
true.
I think I heard that that he said that George Soros was a big proponent of like pushing the euro.
I wonder who
therefore I don't like the euro.
I want to know who made the little euro sign. Did they have a contest, or is like this is
Well, they took our dollar, the S, and they were like, E for euro, dot, line.
Huh.
Did we ever find out what the S was for in the dollar? We found out why it goes on which side, but we never found out why it's an S.
I got a text message the other day and they had
The money on the wrong side.
I'm like, God dang.
Ever
people,
since then, I put my dollar sign
where
up
it's
front.
supposed to be.
It's kind of frustrating.
I don't know if they teach that now or what.
They just don't teach.
They don't teach anything now.
Yeah.
Birthdays, January 1st.
God.
These are the very patriotic ones today.
All born on the 1st, huh?
Paul Revere. Happy birthday, Paul Revere.
The British are coming. The British are coming.
For some reason, I see Paul Revere as like a little...
How come that hasn't been made into a porn yet? Just curious. That just literally popped in my head. All right.
I won't even go.
1735. Born on this day, January 1st, 1752. Betsy Ross.
Hey, shout out Betsy Ross.
Shout out Betsy Ross. Do you know who Betsy Ross is?
Yeah, she made the flag.
Yes.
Wait, but you said 17 what?
52.
So she was only
She was born
20-something when
yeah.
she made the flag then, huh?
American seamstress, widely credited with making the first American flag in Gloucester City, New Jersey. I put this on there just because I like to throw ones in there that I just don't know who the hell these people are.
Is this Diocletian?
No, it's kind of, all right. Born on this day, 1864. Qui?
Q-U-I?
QI.
Just Q-I?
Yeah. Qui
Yeet.
Baishi?
Gee.
Baishi. He's the Chinese painter.
Whenever I hear like, and not to, assume things, but I don't know how to pronounce anything in like Chinese.
I'm not trying to knock it down.
But when I see like Chinese like names that I don't know how to pronounce, I go with what I would phonetically think it is and then fuck it up just a little bit because that's always how it goes.
So Chinese painter Qui Baishi, he's famous for his whimsical
All right, we're gonna look up.
and playful watercolor paintings.
Qui?
QI
Yeah.
Baishi.
I was gonna say if I type in B-A-I and he doesn't show up, then he's obviously not that famous.
There he is.
Could you imagine being this fucking old and you just type the first couple letters of your name and you're the first thing that pops up?
Yeah.
That's how prolific I want to be when I grow up.
I would like also say that QI is also a word you could play on Word with Friends.
So this isn't the guy that did the octopus eating out the girl picture. Have you seen
Probably
that one?
not. He's more known for his,
His soft-
whimsical and playful watercolor paintings.
I don't see any color in these.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe this one right here. This one's got some color.
He may-
I'm not showing anything to the
Look
people.
at that. That is so whimsical and playful. I
Hunter
love it.
Bidens are better.
Hunter Bidens are better.
Oh, this one's kind of cool.
All right.
Except for it's a little grainy.
Born on this day, January 1st, 1898.
1895. 1885.
J. Edgar Hoover.
Who? Burr.
I don't know. I don't have an opinion on him. I hear both sides of the argument. He was
Whenever
not a good dude or he was a good dude.
When I go
don't
back,
know.
when I like watch like or think about people from back in that time, Roosevelt is Hoover and Eisenhower is this guy. They're all the same to me.
So you're saying we shouldn't judge people in the history from standards of today?
No, not by standards of today, by standards of yesterday for sure.
All right. Tell me if you know who this one is.
I'm not gonna know.
You might.
Okay.
Born on this day, January 1st, 1980.
Rock concert.
Ellen Nordegren.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Eileen, she's Swedish.
Oh.
So we're going with that. Elin.
A Slav?
She's a Slav.
Is she a Slav?
Tiger Woods' wife.
Oh,
The beautiful
I
blonde
could-
girl.
The one he cheated on?
Yes. And she got really rich off of it. So, Ellen, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ellen.
Call me. Dead on this day. No longer breathing.
No longer breathing.
Louis XII,
Qui Bashi?
the just king of France. Louis XII died today.
Dang.
Now, you know what's funny? I know this is a perfect example. Like Betty White died yesterday.
I'm pulling that up right now. Just a picture of Betty White so we can have a moment of. But yeah, keep
There
going.
weren't a lot of famous deaths because I think people like, I don't want to make it another year, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to make it to Christmas, and then they give up. I don't know. Dead on this day, no longer breathing or singing. Hank Williams.
Oh, well, I'm going to do. All right, hold on.
Betty White was the shit, man.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate this woman of comedy. I mean, what else am I going to say? She was just fantastic.
She was just awesome.
And Matt really inspired me. I'm going to go home today and just watch some Betty White videos. We should watch a Betty White video. See, she's pretty.
Yeah, pretty good.
I think she looks better here, though.
You need to find the one with her and Ryan Reynolds.
I bet I could figure it out if I just start typing in Betty White.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan.
There it is right there.
Feud? They had a feud? Like a joking feud?
A joking
like a
feud.
pretty.
First one.
This one?
Yeah.
Is it? Wait, this is just a picture. This isn't a video. Do you want to watch the video of it?
Yeah.
Oh, they're actually. Okay. All right.
So.
Give me a second then.
I got the last one. I got to hold on. It's
Okay.
kind of funny.
Okay.
Dead on this day. They're dead. No longer breathing.
Wait, Ryan Reynolds feud?
Oh, right there. Ryan Reynolds.
This
Sandra
first
Bullock.
one? Okay.
Try Sandra Bullock.
Okay. This one right here.
No.
Hello there. My name is Sandra.
That's not it.
No?
So it's a skit that they did.
Yeah, this is a skit from Ryan. This is the official Ryan Reynolds.
It's right there.
This one?
The bottom one.
This one?
Bottom one.
This one.
That's the bottom one.
Okay.
Okay, you seem like an
This
adorable,
one?
sweet old lady on the outside, but on the inside, you're like this seething demon. You hear me?
Ryan Reynolds is reigniting his feud.
See, I told you this freaking
Okay,
first
go
one
back.
was the video. I'm telling you, it's got to be this one.
Hello there.
Yeah.
My name is Sandra Bullock.
Actually, it's not. I'm Sandra Bullock.
Fine.
Hi,
My name is
Sandra
Ryan
Bullock.
Reynolds.
And we're on the set of our new movie, The Proposal.
And we're here to give you a very special behind-the-scenes look at
Yep.
all the action before it's cut.
I'm so excited about
Can-
this interview.
Can you cut it, please? Just for 1 second. Just time out. What is she doing here? What is Betty doing here? She's
What is your problem
got
with
an
Betty?
issue
The
with me.
entire
I don't have a
film,
problem
it
with her.
seems
She
so-
hates me, and I don't
No,
really
you have a
understand why.
problem.
Drew,
She's like
turn the
the
camera
nicest-
off. I know you're
Ryan
focused.
Reynolds is
Like,
freaking
nicest
hilarious.
person on the planet.
Betty, you maybe to me, she's a complete.
Sandra Bullock
Hey.
is perfect.
Yeah. Let's just.
Oh, there she is. Oh, how's America's sweetheart?
Oh, Betty, stop.
Oh, you are. I mean, you're America's movie star sweetheart.
Stop,
supreme.
Betty, stop.
Ms. Bullock?
You, yes.
So we need to line up the shot?
Okay, great, thank you.
Hi, Betty. How are you?
Brian,
Ryan. My name's Ryan.
get me a cup of coffee.
No, my name's Ryan. We've been working together for weeks, months actually, months now.
Dan, you've been a terrible assistant that whole time.
It's because I'm not an assistant, Betty. I mean, I play an assistant in the movie, and I'm an actor in real life. And you should know
When
that.
Betty White says she wants a cup of coffee, you get her a cup of coffee. You ab-crunching jackass.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like,
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna tell you exactly how it is, okay? You seem like an adorable, sweet old lady on the outside, but on the inside, you're like this seething demon. You hear me? Why don't you suck a hot? Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, that's right, everybody. I told Betty White to go suck a hot.
Ryan!
Like she's out of her mind, Sandy. I'm tired of it.
Hey, stop. All I said was, he reminds me of my
Flipping them off.
Right there.
How about we get you a cup of tea or coffee?
She
whatever
called
you
me a
want.
jackass,
Coffee,
Sandy.
coffee, and
Okay.
That's fine. You
That's
get
hilarious.
the
I
idea
get the
of it.
gist. That's hilarious. So, okay, so Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock, I've never seen this, but I assume that they were over the moon to work with someone like Betty White.
Oh, of
You know what I
course.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
when did she start? When did she get her start? 50s?
40s.
Really?
So she basically, let's just call it 100.
Yeah, she was about to be
like
100.
Two
yeah.
weeks away
yeah.
from it. So that means she was born in 1922.
Wow. That's
So,
crazy.
Just think about it. I mean,
1922.
she was 20 in 1942.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So she lived through World War One.
The Great Depression.
Fuck, her parents made her right after World War One,
Yeah.
and then she lived through World War Two.
Did I show you that video?
She was 10 during the Depression. She was 8 during the Depression.
Yeah. Those people that are born in like
Wow, hard men.
like
Let's just
1910s
Yeah,
and 20s,
yeah.
what they went through in their life
Yeah.
was horrible.
Betty White, hard men.
Hard men
Yeah.
creating
Soft times.
Soft times.
Thanks, Betty White, for creating those soft times for us.
So you might have to Google this one too.
Okay.
Dead on this day, no longer breathing? I guess.
I'm confused.
2019, George,
Just George?
the last Hawaiian tree snail of his kind,
Oh, my God.
dies at the University of Hawaii, aged 14 years old.
Wait, so like it went...
He was the very last Hawaiian tree snail.
It went like extinct or something?
I guess.
Wow. Is
I'm
that
sure
him?
I
Oh,
guess.
yeah, let's bring him up. Let's
I
give
guess.
George the
Hey.
Hawaiian tree snail.
I don't know how we're going to
Yeah,
move
extinction of Hawaiian tree snails right there.
on. What they don't tell you is an intern accidentally stepped on it.
Yeah, someone put some salt on there. Did you catch that when we were watching A Bug's Life this morning? Yeah, by the way, Kelly and I watched A Bug's Life.
Don't ask us
To
why.
start 2022 off right, we watched A Bug's Life.
Why were we
But-
shirtless, though?
Why were we rubbing paste all over ourselves? Did you see that when like the ant goes into like the bar and the snail takes a drink of his drink and he starts fizzing and he's like, I said no salt.
That's funny.
Going back and watching all of those Pixar movies with like
catch-
CJ,
you catch
even though
the-
he doesn't know what's going on. He's just looking at the colors. But I'm sitting there watching and I'm like, that's funny as shit. Like,
There's
that's
funny stuff in
That's
there.
really funny. All right,
And there we go.
Shout out, George.
You're all caught up for
George.
January 1st. What was it?
Woo! We know everything that's going on.
You're walking like an Egyptian.
I don't know what that means.
Really? That's a very famous song from the Bengals. Yeah, walk like an Egyptian.
I bet it's sung way better than that.
Probably.
Walk like an Egyptian.
What's her name? Susan?
Didn't you see them?
Not the Bengals.
Didn't they play at the Allen Celebration?
Maybe they did.
I remember that because you guys were talking about
I think they did.
something
Walk
about
like
Walk
Egyptian.
Like Egyptian. Now it's all
All
coming
coming
back. It's
back.
all coming back.
There you go.
Oh man. All right. Well, hold on. I'm not doing my shit right. I'm not doing anything.
First time.
It's my first time doing the thing, and I don't know how to
So there we go.
All right, welcome to another episode of Channel 69 News. I am your host. No, sorry. It's early in the morning. I'm your host, Carter Ash. Let's do some Channel 69 News, okay, Kelly?
Let's do
you
it.
Ready? We had a somewhat productive, busy week. I really just found a bunch of shit online, and I want to tell you about it. You ready?
Let's do it.
You don't need to look up there.
George is
You
going.
always look up there. Like and I don't know why. It pisses me off. The second I'm like, all right, let's do it. And you're like, what's on the screen? There's nothing on the screen.
George is on the screen.
George, the last Hawaiian tree snail is on the
Last
screen.
Hawaiian tree snail.
Kelly,
Yes.
California schools to get rid of D's and F's in the grade system.
I think that's a phenomenal idea.
Patricia Russell, an advocate for the cause, said, we're talking about people who are very young and labeling them at such an early age as less than or more than can have a significant psychological repercussions.
This is your generation's participation trophy.
I have two feelings about this.
All right.
This is stupid. So that's my first feeling. So I like understanding success versus failure is such an important part of the development of children. Okay. Without having an understanding of pass or fail, how can you know ways that you need to improve, right? Like if you do a good job and you get the right output, whether it's in life or whatever, it's a grade, that's good. You know, hey, whatever I'm doing, keep going, right? This is feedback loop, right? That's the whole point of grades is a feedback loop. If you failed, why did you fail? Is it because you played video games all night? Is it because you don't understand what's going on? Yeah. Did you ask for help? Like these are real world things. Forget learning.
Does everybody automatically pass?
They
all have C's.
Essentially unlimited tries to get,
Do C's
a better grade.
still get degrees?
So C's are definitely going to get you degrees. So as long as you get a C, and what I was reading into this, actually, so my second point was when I was a kid, I was always told that I was the dumb one in class, or that I wasn't smart. And this was not a healthy environment for me. And as a result, I didn't apply myself in school until I was 20 and out of school. So I do kind of see where the like what this person was saying. Oh, when you're telling people they're less than, or you're telling people they're stupid, like that's not good.
Wait. Were they literally like, "You're dumb, Carter"?
Yeah, I mean, like
or like, "Hey, Carter, you got a D in math."
No, my teachers never like called me dumb, but everybody knew that Carter was like the dumb kid. So
well, you weren't dumb. You just weren't applying yourself.
Exactly. But
now difference.
I got that. I'm going further.
All right.
I'm going further. All right. That's my anecdotal story, right? Like I did grow up being told that I was like not the smart kid, or I was, people would call me dumb and all this stuff. And I really wasn't good at school. And then having that label applied to me just made me be like, okay, well, I guess I'm the dumb one. I'm going to be the goofy kid, or I'm going to go skateboard. I'm not going to worry about this stuff because I guess this stuff doesn't apply to me because everyone tells me I'm the dumb kid. But this does not mean that you need to get rid of grades. It means that you need to have a learning environment that needs to jokingly tear kids down from failing needs to end. You know what I mean? Like, and that's not coming necessarily just from the teachers. You know what I mean? It's grades are good because they teach about success and failure, which are really important feedback loops for us. Grades aren't telling you you're less than, right? Giving someone a D or an F says that you either don't understand what you're doing, and you need to apply yourself in new ways. Hey, take what you did. It's wrong. Let's do it a different way. You know what I mean? Like giving someone a D and F is not outright telling someone they're stupid. People telling me I was stupid was people telling me I was stupid. That was bad for me in my education.
Well, the teacher
getting a
should
D
have never
was
told you were stupid.
Well, it's not the teacher. It's like kind of just all the people in my environment. You know what I mean?
Your parents.
Yeah, probably. Not necessarily just my parents, but yeah, it wasn't like you're stupid. It was like this like constant ongoing joke that like, oh, Carter's the goofy kid. Like, you can't, do this, or you don't understand,
Gotcha.
But my thing is grades are important. That's not what you need. That's not telling someone that they're stupid or less than. That means that you just didn't do good on that, section. And I was doing further reading. So those are just my opinions on like why, taking grades out is a good or a bad. I think it's a terrible idea.
I think it's a terrible idea also.
But
so
reading
C's are the new F's.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, okay, well now you're
C's.
just compressing those to, if you get a C, then you're the idiot. Yeah. But what I was reading is this is in a lot of like high population liberal centers in California, which are supposed to be the pinnacle of education, right? Because liberals are the smartest people, and they are.
Oh yeah, they are.
Well, literacy rates are lower than they've ever been in Oakland, California. Their math scores and their state testing records are abysmal.
Yeah,
and it's because you guys aren't fucking teaching anybody anything.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Like. So I think what they're doing is these, these different institutions in the background of public education that have large contracts with the public education, the school boards and ISDs and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. They are saying, well, we don't want to lose our contract because if you start objectively measuring people and saying, oh, well, our methods aren't working, then they're not going to want to renew your contract. But if you just don't give kids grades anymore, well, then there's no way to objectively say that we're doing a bad job at what we're doing. So let's just keep signing those contracts and, going forward with this.
And 20 years from now, there'll be no C's.
Well, and this is one of those things. I was trying to think about what this kind of is like, but it's like you're putting in a policy in place that's going to hurt kids.
It's going to catch up with them when they get into the real world.
It's easing your pride for the moment, but it's going to hurt kids in the long run. Like if you do care about education, the answer is not to get rid of D's and F's because you are, again, curating to your insecurity because you don't want to hurt the feelings of a little kid. You're not hurt. Do a better job.
Yeah.
If half your class is getting F's, you're doing a bad job.
Probably the teacher's fault.
You know what I mean? Like, not 100% because I've seen my mom in some classroom environments where
I can understand
where the society, the kids have systemic issues about them, and it's not it's not governmental, systematic issues. It's community based stuff. You know what I mean? It's the community that you grow in, and the kind of person you look up to, the role models around you, and so then you get into a classroom environment, and those role models never told you about being a polite kid or, hey, you need to apply yourself and this is important and listen, you know what I mean? You just got this one teacher and you got 30 kids who are bad and they run amok. So I think there's kind of a 50-50. Like if your whole class is failing, first, look at the teacher. That's what I would do first. I'd be like, okay, is the teacher doing what they're supposed to be doing? No. Then, okay, well, then we fix the teacher. You know what I mean? We fix the curriculum. We do something. But getting rid of D's and F's helps your pride in the moment, hurts kids in the long run.
I was just about to say, I think you're setting a child up for failure.
Big time.
Because when you get into the real world,
right,
they don't care.
And then they're going to complain that there's no jobs for them and that they're not making enough money at McDonald's because they can't get better jobs. You know what I mean? And so then they're going to demand more money for work at McDonald's because they don't have the skills to go get jobs that actually pay them money. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a vicious cycle.
It's a vicious cycle, and it's only going to get worse, especially if you start implementing things like this.
California just needs to...
Gavin Newsom and all those, the politicians. It's not the people, because people are people. You know what I mean? Like I believe that people in those areas in the United States are not brainwashed. I don't think they're dumb. I think that they are getting, propaganda fed to them 24/7 by a ruling class that has an agenda. Okay. So they want to keep you, like last week, my dad was saying, education is bad. And I said, no, it's not education. It's the institutions. Education is the most freeing thing in the world. Yeah. If these people were actually, if these generations were being taught to actually freely think and grow up and look at the reality objectively, they'd be like, this is bullshit. This is, everything about the California system, they would say is bullshit. So that's why they don't want them, tinfoil hat time, right? Think, right. Yeah. That's why they don't want them to be educated, because the dumber you are, the more you're going to be like, oh, this is good. What Gavin Newsom's doing is good. Follow the science.
Follow the science.
Follow the science. You're not listening to Fauci. Follow the science.
Obviously, they're not following the science because they're all still wearing masks out there.
And still getting a bunch of coronavirus cases.
Do you know what state had the lowest coronavirus? I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago.
I'm going to say Saskatchewan, Canada.
It's not that's a Canadian state.
Don't matter.
It rhymes with Florida.
No, Florida, I heard, had the highest.
What I saw was the lowest.
I heard that Florida they just got their
New York is
highest
the highest.
daily. Well, yeah, okay. So, and then Florida's second, though, I thought.
I don't think so. I may be wrong. Google that shit.
All right, we're going to Google it. We're going straight for the Google. What resource would you find acceptable? Because if I pull up something, you're like, well, that's not real.
How about
the NIH?
The CDC? No.
Here's coronavirus.jhu.edu.
When's it from?
Or do you want the NY Times?
Not the New York Times.
I want a map.
There you go. Go to the map.
Oh, Johns Hopkins. Do you trust Johns Hopkins at all?
Yes, I'll go with a hospital.
Okay. I guess I'll go with the top medical center in the country.
Please be right. Please be right. Please be right.
Dude, they make this ticker thing look terrible. This looks like doomsday. I hate all these red graphs and everything. 28-day vaccine doses. Wow, that's a lot. I don't trust it. 970 million. Okay, here we go. U.S. is at the top. Take me to the map. The map.
Oh, you're on global map. Up there, tabs, U.S. map.
Oh, hold on. Pulling it up on the...
Boy, Europe's going to fucking hammer it.
What are we doing?
Go to the U.S. map.
Oh, there we are. Okay, U.S. map. He's going to be like, John Hopkins hates Florida.
It's in the northeast. Liberals.
Yeah. Man, if I was trying to escape New York, you know where I would go? I'd go to Florida.
Just don't come to Texas.
Come on, they do have to load data from,
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, coming up.
We are running fiber.
Boots. Oh, look, Saskatchewan. Moscow, Saskatchewan. Oh, here. It shows up here, right? So Los Angeles, Maricopa County. Top 25 confirmed cases by county. You've got Los Angeles, Maricopa.
Arizona.
Where the election was stolen.
Dude. Hit your little button.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
Oh, here we go.
Maricopa County has the highest number of COVID cases. They also have the highest number of fake ballots for Joe fucking Biden.
Man.
San Diego, Queens, Riverside. I don't see Florida. Look, Des. Okay, Des. Los Angeles, Maricopa, Cook, Kings, Queens, Kings, Queens, Jokers, Bronx, Waynes,
San Bernardino.
Miami-Dade looks like they're
Miami-Dade.
10, 11. Yeah. Okay.
That's a big county. With
That's because Dexter stopped killing them all in there. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Okay.
So
anyways.
So who was
Look
right?
at, wait, hold on. What's up with this? There's no COVID cases right here. That's Washington, right? Washington, D.C. is right there.
Looks like it.
All right. I don't believe it either way. It's all fake news.
Dallas looks to be doing pretty good.
Yeah, because we're fucking ballers. Okay.
Oh, wait, look at the border where all the people are coming in illegally. They're getting
Scheisse.
fucking hammered down there.
Scheisse. That's crazy. Yeah, it looks like Dallas is doing A-okay. Go Collin County. Woo, woo. All right.
All right.
Finishing Sauce Maxwell found guilty.
She did.
She did. Maxwell was convicted on 5 of the 6 charges she faced. In addition to sex trafficking, Maxwell was found guilty of conspiracy to entice individuals under the age of 17 to travel in interstate commerce with the intent to engage in illegal sexual activity, conspiracy to transport individuals under the age of 17 to travel interstate commerce with the intent to engage in illegal sexual activity, transportation of an individual under the age of 17 with the intent to engage in illegal sexual activity, and conspiracy to commit sex trafficking of individuals under the age of 18. Maxwell was found guilty on 1 count in enticement of an individual under the age of 17 to travel. You know where this is all going, right?
Yeah. She's going to go to jail, like 65
60
years?
plus years, something like that. Looks like 66.
Is that what the judge gave her?
I believe that was the highest.
She's going.
She got
I saw a thing like she can
appeal.
Well, there's something I saw some lawyers on the news the other day talking. There's a way for her to get that knocked down
If she starts
talking. And that's what
I would let her go free. Sorry to these girls, and this is my next note to it. This trial had no mention or questioning of the political and powerful people, as this case was for sex trafficking, so all the prosecution needed was to focus on Maxwell curating women and transporting them for illegal sex under the age of 17 or whatever, right? I just want to know. I just want to know.
The world wants to know.
I'm sorry for all the women that went down for this, but the best way that they can get justice
is get the guys who
is get all the people, all of them. I would let Finishing Sauce Maxwell. Sorry, 10 in the morning. I'm drinking IPAs. A shanty.
Hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog. If she was to talk and be like, this is what Bill Gates did. This is what Clinton did. This is what Andrews did.
Tom Hanks.
This is what Tom Hanks did. This is why I was with this person. This is what I saw at this thing. If she started doing that, give her a $10 million mansion and let her live the rest of her life free. Yeah. I could
see how long she'd last.
Yeah, let the mob kill her. You know what I mean? Like, dude, they should have some like crazy shit. Just
she ain't gonna make it.
No, she's not gonna make it.
She's not gonna make it.
She's not gonna make it. There's so many powerful people out there that are like putting together hit teams and trying to figure out how to do this.
She knows.
If she dies, that's all the confirmation I need, right? Like if
they still have her little book somewhere.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, the FBI is looking at it right now. So they just got her little black book. It's actually a little black book. It's so fucking, typical, right, for sex traffickers. Little black book. I mean, try a pink book every once in a while. You know what I mean? Try a spiral notebook. You know what I mean? Little black book. But yeah, the FBI has that little book, and they're going to start.
Someone's going to release that.
Dude, if like WikiLeaks could get a hold of that, this sounds like a job for WikiLeaks. I'm going to pull like a Donald Trump. Russia, if you have the emails, send them out.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like this sounds like a job for WikiLeaks. They need to get in there. And the problem is, it's like, did Julian Assange go on that plane with him? You know what I mean? That's why no one is touching this at all. Not Republicans, not independents, not Democrats.
They're all guilty.
Not celebrities, not, people that run foundations like Bill Gates. No one is doing anything about this because he had his tentacles wrapped in everyone. And it's crazy.
I like how they said, Trump was on there.
I know. Every article has that mention. It's like,
and then you read the article. He took flights from Mar-a-Lago to
Right.
New York City.
Yeah.
He's never been to the island.
and he also kicked him out of his resort once he found he was trying to stay, and he was convicted for being a sex trafficker already.
Yep.
But then they have like Bill Gates started hanging out with him after he was convicted of being a pedophile.
Oh yeah,
But
that's a
Trump-
great documentary on Netflix.
There's a doc?
Oh, dude, it's called Filthy Rich. Or
Oh,
something.
yeah, I think I've seen that one. They
Great
go into
doc.
depth on like the girls
Yeah.
and how the massages and everything worked, right?
With the girls.
Yeah,
a couple
yeah,
of girls.
Yeah, right. But that's crazy. It's like, so yeah, you're reading these articles and they're like listing all these people, and they're like, and former President Donald Trump took was cohorts with them. Like that's what the article that I have right here says. Like if you pull it up, it's like was a cohort with Donald Trump, and it's like, no, he wasn't.
No, he
He was
wasn't.
more of a cohort with Bill fucking Clinton. Like,
26 times on his plane,
dude, it's crazy.
to the island.
yeah. You know what else I'm noticing right now? Looking at this map, is that South Dakota with no data?
Yeah, that's Nebraska, yo.
That's Nebraska.
Yeah,
What does
on.
Nebraska now want to give it to him?
maybe
It's pretty funny. Sorry, I just noticed that. That was
maybe
random.
their servers down.
Maybe their
Or
Raspberry
one server.
Maybe their Raspberry Pis aren't configured correctly. So that's finishing sauce Maxwell.
Yeah.
I really hope we find some interesting stuff about it, but unfortunately, it's not looking that way, dude. I doubt it's going to happen. Do you think
Yes.
that Jeffrey Epstein was the one that got caught? How many more Jeffrey Epsteins are out there?
They're out there.
You know what
There's
I mean?
gotta
Like,
be.
there has to be. There's not one Jeffrey Epstein.
No.
There's got to be people in
You think
different
they're laying low right now?
Yeah, they're probably
Or
not
they're
doing
like,
a whole lot
those
of
people are like, nothing could touch me. I'm so rich. I mean, I know so many powerful people. Nobody can touch me.
That's kind of the thing. How did Jeffrey Epstein even
It's
get
the
caught?
exact same way. I don't know.
How did he get caught?
I think the Miami-Dade police originally like staked.
Oh, yeah, and that's what that documentary
Documentary was
shows, right?
talking
Yeah, yeah,
about.
because the girls start reporting on it, and then, yeah.
So like the chief of police was like, dude, that, and then he got shut down.
right. Okay, I did see that documentary.
And he was like, what the hell?
Oh my gosh. There's more out there.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
I want to be the guy that like finds those. I want to get on the line.
Finds the girls to bring them to the guy. That guy? Which guy? Which guy do you want to be?
I want to be the guy that finds the Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, okay.
And then ask them if I can go on a trip.
So you want to be the however you say your name. Maxwell.
Finishing sauce, Maxwell,
Finishing
is
sauce.
the proper term. Is what they use in federal court, actually.
Oh, was
When
it?
they read
Really?
it. The 7 counts for finishing sauce, Maxwell. Next story. Are you ready?
Let's do it. Bring it.
What do you call a recovery, Kelly?
What do I call a recovery?
Yeah. When Dr. Fauci loses his job.
It's funny I said that to you yesterday.
So I changed it to be my new. So what do you call a recovery? It's when Dr. Anthony Fauci loses his job. Dr. Fauci and the head of the NIH have emails between the two of them discussing ways to publicly tear down dissenting ideas on how to contain and handle COVID. This is a real thing. These emails were obtained by a Freedom of Information Act request on the NIH. Here's one of the emails from I don't have his name written down, but he's the head of the NIH. Hi, Tony and Cliff. See URL. It's a link to a medical website. This proposal from these 3 fringe epidemiologists who met with the secretary seems to be getting a lot of attention, and even a co-signature from a Nobel Prize winner, Mark Levitt at Stanford. There needs to be a quick and devastating published takedown in its premise of its premise.
Really?
I don't see anything like this online yet. Is it underway? And those 3 fringe epidemiologists that they're saying, medical professionals of epidemiology, Oxford, Harvard, and Stanford, with a co-signature from a Nobel Prize winner. These are,
Fauci sent this email?
That's sent to Fauci from the head of the NIH, the current head of the NIH. There's more emails going back and forth of Fauci sending screenshots from like the Atlantic and like the Guardian being like, look, we're doing it. Here you go. No joke.
That dude, I'm telling you.
It's crazy, dude. So actually I saw this on the Hill news channel, and the chick doing it had a really good point. She was like, this Oh, they got the tornado sirens for the first of the month.
No, that's only on Wednesday. Is those really? Are we having tornado sirens in the middle of our? Here, pause it real quick.
Okay, we're back.
So
I just started hearing. I was like,
I don't think. I mean, those were the tornado sirens.
Those
going
are
off,
them. Yeah,
but it's more for severe weather.
Yeah.
We're expecting some severe weather today.
All
All
right. I
right.
lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? Oh,
Fauci
Fauci
piece
set
of
those alarms off because you heard we were talking about him.
We're gonna get.
Isn't that crazy?
We're gonna get canceled.
So there's email chains back and forth. This is like the first one.
How does this not?
And no one thinks about it. They got people got signs in their front yard with Dr. Fauci's face on it, like, oh,
How do
Lord and Savior.
Oh my god!
And dude, he's literally okay. So the lady the lady that I originally got this from on the Hill, she was talking about Galileo when he came up with the heliocentric model. You know, we revolve around the sun.
Yeah.
Theory. The ruling class and the scholars and the intellects of that time pushed misinformation campaigns.
Oh, yeah.
And then put him on house arrest till he died. You know what I mean? And it's like these are literally three of probably the highest, academics in this field. I mean, Oxford, Harvard, and Stanford, I don't know what they do, but I assume if you're
if you're working there as
if you're working there as like the head epidemiologist,
Yeah.
I'm going to trust you because if I can't trust you, I have to trust Fauci.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, there's this email and then back and forth is like screenshots, like, cause he says, I don't see anything online yet. Is it underway? And he's basically like, yeah, look, we're doing it now. Like, here's the articles, this, way to handle COVID. Oh, it's not right. These are fringe. I hate that. I hate putting the term fringe should be reserved
anybody
for
who goes
flat
against
earthers.
their narrative is fringe.
No, but
It's funny they do the flat earthers. They compare them now because everybody knows the flat earthers are crazy. They compare them with the anti-vaxxers now, and it's funny the anti-vaxxers aren't anti-vaccine. They all get their
Right.
They're just anti this shot.
most of them are anti-mandate.
I'm like, yeah.
I don't care about the vaccine. Yeah. I know that there's no microchip in me. I know that you guys are fucking greedy and you just want profits.
Yeah.
The mandate is what's wrong.
You can't
telling
push that
people
on.
that you have to do that is wrong.
And
dude,
the Supreme Court just
look what we got going on the. Sorry, I'm pointing at the screen, but we had the data up on the screen. Yeah. Look how much COVID's out there still. It's been working. A year. It's not working. Your vaccine stuff. Okay, if the first set of vaccines started to show that we were in the clear or whatever, you know what I mean? What? So after Omicron, there's going to be a new one.
Oh,
and then what? We're supposed to be super afraid of that one too?
Wait till the midterms. And
I
then
know.
the
It's going to be
presidential
friggin'
election.
insane. It's going to be like, if we're still talking about COVID during the midterms or during the next presidential election, I'm off grid. I will be living on a farm. I'm done with this world.
I'm ready.
I'm done with this. I'm so tired of all of this going on when it's so clear, right? There's just people who look down on everybody because they follow Anthony Fauci and they follow the science and wear a mask. Now wear 2 masks. Now 1 mask. Now 1 vax. Now 3 vax. Now 4 vax. Whatever it is. That is in 1984. Okay, working. Here's the new history. Oh, we never said that. Here we go. Yeah. We never said that. Here we go. I got some good videos for our Wild Wild Web that kind of go to that. Like, this is what I say. And then a week later, I never said that. And people are just like, he never said that.
The hypocrisy.
That's not right. And then they proceed to call you an uneducated fringe theory conspiracy. Oh my gosh.
Get it. I know.
I'm ready for Mars, bro.
Let's do it.
I'm ready. Go. Put me in a pod.
Can we just go to Costa Rica instead first?
I know, that'd be nice.
I've been trying to find a place I'm going to move to.
It'd be nice. I would get the hell out of here. I think what we need to do is just disband and just everyone needs to move away from each other and just spend some time. The problem is the only reason I think we don't do that, and it's not a crazy idea, is like, okay, well, who gets Allen? Who gets downtown Dallas? Who gets all that infrastructure? You know what I mean? Like, you have to fight over.
I guess we're going to have a war. We're colonizers, right?
I don't want to have a war.
Hey, colonizer.
Hey, colonizer. What's up?
I prefer conqueror over colonizer.
I prefer, what are those terms? When we always say, we don't have enough of those anymore. Cons.
The cons.
Yeah, we don't have enough cons.
We don't have enough cons anymore. Warlords.
I want to be a warlord. That'd be sick. Like
Warlords usually don't end up too well.
I would be if civilization fell apart, I would try to focus on demonstrating a good model. Like, hey guys, let's let's store stuff and let's share and let's all have collective
haven't
responsibilities.
seen The Walking Dead.
No, I haven't. But then I would slowly be like, all right, guys, I'm your leader. Let's turn this up to 11. I'm now warlord. Let's do this.
Emperor.
You have cults. You have more fun as a follower. Make more money as a leader.
That's right.
Okay. All right. So fuck you, Anthony Fauci.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Fuck you, Anthony Fauci.
All right. A man having a phone conversation with Biden on Christmas Eve ended his call with a "Let's go, Brandon." I personally think this is a bit tacky, but the left media had a field day calling it a part of the slow insurrection, hate speech, and how terrible it is to degrade the sitting president. Interesting how a pretty clever phrase is more hateful than the complete and total onslaught of hate of Donald Trump.
What did he say?
Oh, hold on. Let me make
sure.
sure you're in the. Let me show you.
Am I in the?
Turn towards the camera a touch. There we go. Kelly's got his "Let's Go B." He's got his LGB shirt on today.
LGBFJB?
Yeah, LGBFJB. It's pretty catchy. It's
it's
clever.
funny. I think
It's
it's
clever
funny.
and it's funny, and I think that's more tactful than having the "Fuck Donald Trump" song.
Yeah.
Right? So I pulled up. I have a couple of links
No.
to show.
All right.
Let me get some stuff going. For those of you that don't know, we have actually a guest on the podcast today.
He's just watching.
He's just watching though. He's just sitting. He's what do they call him? A voyeur?
I think that's what.
When they like to watch.
When they like to watch podcasts or people having sex.
You're a pod.
I don't know
voyeur.
if you're a voyeur if you just like watching people have podcasts.
I know you can't respond, Juan, but Kelly was like, yeah, Juan wants to come over and he wants to sit and watch. And I was like, isn't that way we record the podcast?
That's why occasionally you'll see me looking over there.
Yeah. I noticed you keep looking over there. I'm like, they don't know.
Mijo.
Okay. Oh, whoa. Kathy Griffin, head of Donald Trump. No.
Right there.
Did they take it down?
There's a picture of it.
Whoa,
right
there was a
there.
bunch. Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, well, let me just make sure that we're. Give me a second.
Hypocrisy.
So this is a this was a photo of Kathy Griffin. Hold on, give me a second.
I gotta find you the whole. I could have found you a whole.
This is the photo of Kathy Griffin holding a Donald Trump mask covered in blood that literally got praised.
Yeah.
Got praised. Like, how
She's
brave.
so brave.
How brave of her to stand up to Donald Trump. If I did that, if I had a Biden mask covered in blood and started posting pictures of that, they would put me on a list. I would get taken down by the Gestapo in the middle of the night. You would never hear from me again. You would never hear from me again, bro. I'm telling you, I would be gone. Okay, so the next one, here is 36 celebrities who have all slammed Donald Trump. Amy Schumer, an orange sexual assaulting fake college starting monster. You've got Matt Damon's got a big quote. Margaret Chow, just the nastiest. Donald Trump, you literally have no moral fiber. You're like no ply toilet paper, just trash. Amber Rose, Jesus Christ, I can't even think about it. I'm moving. I'm out. I can't. Blah blah. This is J.K. Rowling. Voldemort was nowhere near as bad as Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Shakira, no one living in this country should stand behind so much ignorance. George Clooney had a quote. This chick had a quote. Look at him. America, hear his words. We are at DEFCON level. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
I think that's a real DEFCON level.
The general's like looking in the book. General Milley's like, I don't have that.
I thought you said a general.
Oh.
Fuck General Milley.
Wow. So, okay. Here's
Oh no!
yeah.
Come on!
I know I'm ruining all your people. I didn't want you. If Donald Trump becomes president, that will be the end of the
We're
world.
going to dinner tonight. I'll talk to her about
That will be the end of the world. Jennifer Lawrence.
it. Oh, not Leah.
Oh my gosh.
That's one
Chrissy
of the,
Teigen, right?
Christy Teigen. She's been canceled.
You monumental asshole. So that's not that bad, right? Let's see what this is. 15 times celebrities envisioned violence against Donald Trump and the GOP.
Yeah.
Let's look at this one. Oh, number one, Kathy Griffon. Same thing I just showed. Madonna, I've thought about blowing up the White House. If I was to say that. Oh, here's Snoop Dogg shooting Donald Trump in the head in a music video.
Snoop.
Robert De Niro, I'd like to punch him in the face. Oh, look at me. Come on, eh?
You think they'd fight like this?
Here's Josh.
Would they fight like the old time fighters?
Hey, come on, stick him up. Come on. Whoever this fucking guy is, I want a Reiner to fuck Ryan or Paul Ryan to death. Like, I don't know. Oh, Shakespeare in the Park stabs Trump to death in performance of Julius Caesar.
I see that. Yeah,
it's kind of cool.
That's awesome. Who's this guy?
I don't know. I don't fucking care. David Simon. Fuck you, David Simon. Who is the creator of HBO crime drama The Wire?
Oh well, it's very important what he has to say.
Who is this? Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke.
Okay, so you guys get the gist.
Yeah, the jizz. The gist.
What'd you say?
You said jizz.
Jizz? Finishing sauce?
Get the gist.
I know. You're always ruining my bits, Kelly.
I'm the comedic relief.
My wee bits. But isn't that crazy? You got one guy
the
says,
hypocrisy is
"Let's
out of
go,
control."
Brandon." And did you see Biden? He was like, "Yep, I agree."
I'll just wait till we get to Kelly's FYP.
Okay.
I
So,
have the video of the guy
okay.
on the phone saying it.
So it's just so funny. Again, we go back to the hypocrisy. I think all my stories today have been about hypocrisy. They are. All my stories are about hypocrisy today, right? But not this one.
Okay.
Tesla recall. Heard about it? There's going to be there is over 350,000 voluntary recalls for the trunk or boot of the Tesla Model 3 and like 140,000 Model S's. Mr. Musk says Tesla says only 1% of the Model S's and Model 3s will actually show the defect. It's some sort of connection module to the boot of the the car is not working properly. I didn't think it was that interesting, but I was like, whoa, Tesla's got
recalls are pretty normal. I got a recall on my truck right now.
Oh, what do? You can take it back and they'll fix it or something?
It's fixed for free. Recalls are very normal.
Okay, well, fine. I guess that's not very newsworthy then. What about Russia and U.S. closer than ever to war?
I got a cough real quick. Sorry.
I got a cough too. Coronavirus!
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Russia and U.S. closer to war.
Are we, though?
Ever to war. Putin said that if the U.S. does not let down on Ukraine-related sanctions, that our descendants will view it as a grave error. I guess Biden and Putin had a phone call on Thursday. And they...
Was Obama there?
Why was he there in the last one?
Oh, he's pretty much the president.
Is he? Maxine Waters?
Oh, God.
I read a report that the Russians were pulling their troops out, but it looks like they're ever closer to invading Ukraine. I don't know what's going to happen to this, man. That's why I'm pulling it up. It's not that interesting at the moment.
European problem.
It is a European problem, but it's also our problem because the last thing I would want is like U.S. versus Russia and China that have already destroyed Europe, who are like our only viable allies in this mix. You know what I mean? Which I don't think they would. The problem is everyone thinks like in terms of like this is going to go nuclear instantly, but I don't think it would ever even go nuclear. We would go to like an actual war where we're like shooting each other. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just don't want to go to nuclear war. I'll go to war.
Russia don't have the money to go to war.
I'll go to war, but I don't want to go to nuclear
Russia
war.
doesn't have the money to go to war.
So it's cheaper to go to nuclear war and starve them of gas.
It's just they just want to carry a big stick and look big, bad, and tough.
So you don't think anything will ever happen?
Nothing ever happens.
They did invade Ukraine last time, and 13,000 people have died in Ukraine over the Civil War.
And then they left.
No, they're still there. They're still fighting.
Are they though?
Yeah, they are.
I mean, why are they building up on the Ukrainian border? I mean,
those are Russian-backed rebels.
If Russia wanted to go into Ukraine,
they could, and they could just
it'd be
done
pretty quickly.
Do you think this is just a bargaining chip to get whatever they want?
Yeah, it's what Russia does.
Notice how this only happens with Biden. Shit was not happening with Trump.
Oh no,
none of this stuff.
And China, I think, is sitting there waiting to see how Joe Biden's going to react to that because they have the same thing going on.
They want Taiwan real bad.
They have Taiwan. So,
in my opinion, I would say that Taiwan's a bigger issue than Ukraine. Ukraine has the Baltic Sea right there, right? So that's a crazy entry point for
there's a lot of
shipping
very
access.
First nation countries right there on the Baltic Sea that would Germany,
that should be taken care
Finland,
of. That shit.
Sweden.
Yeah,
I mean,
wait, the Baltic is not touching Germany and stuff, right? That's where
believe it is.
Ukraine and
I only
that
know
the
that
Black
because
Sea?
I'm going on a cruise.
is that the Black Sea?
The
Then
Baltic Sea, yeah, that's
Baltic's north of
Yeah,
Europe,
yeah.
right?
You
Okay,
said
not
Baltic Sea, got me
No,
going.
no, no,
We're
no,
down
not
Black
Baltic.
Sea.
I'm talking about the Black Sea, where that Ukraine is on, right? That's a big shipping port, right? So that's really important to like getting supplies to and from Europe and like easily bringing it up and then distributing it out. But Taiwan, I think, is a pretty big deal because Taiwan is very smart. They've got a lot of technology there. They have all the semiconductor factories are made in Taiwan. Yeah. All of our semiconductors in the world are made in Taiwan, and then they're shipped out.
about to be made in Texas.
Are they building? They're going to build a factory. They
$80
said,
billion semiconductor factory
"Dang,
in Texas.
but we have no money. Send us money."
We have money in Texas.
That Tim Dillon, when Joe Rogan and Tim Dillon were on, he said something about. He said.
Did Joe call him out on it? He's like,
No,
oh, well,
no,
you know what I mean.
no. He didn't even call him out on it. They just kind of breezed over it. But he was saying something about Texas is going to start getting a lot of money, and I was like, "Oh no!" They were saying Texas needs to legalize like weed, right? Because well, I think they do. But they were like, think about all the money that would go to all the roads and all the infrastructure. I'm like, we don't need that money. Like, you obviously don't know. Like, Texas doesn't need the. If we needed the money, like California needs the money, so they legalize weed. That's the only reason they legalize weed, right? Is because they want that tax revenue, and they were taxing it like 38% when it first came out.
Yeah,
because they needed that money. But now, like Texas, that's probably the reason why Texas isn't legalizing weed, because they're like, we don't care. Like, we have other things to deal with. We have to build our own border on this, the border of Mexico. We're kind of concerned with that at the moment.
Did you know Texas is building their own wall because the U.S. government won't
keep Juan out?
Yeah, they're literally building.
Yeah, with shipping containers and stuff.
Yeah.
I think if you were to build that wall and legalize marijuana, I mean, that's a huge
legalize marijuana to pay for the border wall. Win-win.
Win-win. Done.
Win-win.
Also, it stops the cartel.
Somebody give me Abbott on the phone.
If you want to stop the cartel, stop their flow. First off, now their new thing is people, right? So they're probably making a shit ton of money
killing it.
bringing people in. But their other and main form of income is bringing heroin and fentanyl and cocaine and weed up from the southern border. The thing is, if we were to just legalize all those drugs, we would essentially stop that flow. Except for in California, I heard that they're...
can't legalize fentanyl, though.
No, not fentanyl, but if you legalize like heroin, if you legalize cocaine, if you legalize meth and stuff...
I'm coming from a different generation. I just can't.
You come from the Reagan say no to drugs.
That too, but I'm all for the legalization of marijuana.
Right.
All for it.
Right.
I don't... It's like drinking beer.
Right. Sure.
Better for you, probably.
Cocaine is too.
Cocaine... fuck you up.
No, cocaine is just...
if you got hold on. If you got cocaine that hasn't been laced, that's the problem.
Right.
People
and that's what happens if you legalize it.
Things.
And if you legalize it, then you have... I don't care if Pfizer makes it or whoever makes it, but if you're making pure cocaine, it comes from a leaf, and you can have natural processes to make cocaine from it. You
can't do heroin though.
No, okay. So my government
heroin.
teacher in high school told me this. He said if you legalize all drugs, you legalize heroin, meth, you legalize it all. Okay,
you'd weed out a bunch of people.
You'd have this 3-year period where a lot of people start dying, and then it would wean out because survival of the fittest, and you're never going to do heroin, right? You're
probably not.
You are even if heroin was legal, you're probably.
Oh well, hold on. Doctor gives me 2 weeks to live.
Yeah, okay.
I've already told you.
Sure.
I have 2 weeks to live. You're like, you're going to die in 2 weeks. I'm like, I want some heroin.
Yep.
I just want to see what's so great that you would leave your wife and your family and your kids and your job.
Well, a lot of people who only have a couple weeks to live, and if they're on like hospice or something, they're already giving them morphine, right? Yeah. And that's heroin, right? So I think you would never do it. Even if it was legal, you would probably never go buy cocaine. You'd probably never go buy heroin. Maybe you'll buy some weed or something because, it's weed, whatever. Come on. But the people that are going to do heroin, you're going to have less overdoses because it's going to be a much more regulated thing, right? there's going to be a lot less people in jail. You're going to be spending a lot less money on people in jail. You're going to have less crime in the streets because why do I want to go buy heroin from the sketchy dude down the corner when I can just go to CVS and buy some?
Because he's cheaper.
And that's the one thing is California is already, I just read the other day that California pot growers are asking to remove all taxes from the sale of weed because people are going back to buying weed from the drug dealers because there's no tax.
Yeah, it's cheaper.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's a lot to it, but I think that I think you would solve so many issues in this country if you were to legalize all drugs.
I wouldn't want to, I don't know.
My fear is like you got some fucking guy who's going to kill me in his car. You know, I'm going to be a part of that curve.
See, cocaine's like weed. Nobody's going to get in a car on weed and drive 120 miles an hour.
They're going to drive negative.
Cocaine, they will.
Yeah.
You know,
but I don't know. I could see it happening.
People aren't responsible enough.
Let's let it happen in Portland.
Yeah, let's
see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Have we heard anything from that? Because they legalized that everything.
I don't know.
Right?
Yeah, I haven't heard.
We'll have to call
the peeps.
We'll call the peeps.
Are they at their Antifa rallies right now?
No.
We can't call them now.
I could call them.
No, don't call them. They would not like what we had to say.
I really want them to come on the podcast, though. That would be really fun. Okay, we were talking about Russia, but now we're on to legalizing all weed. So Callie Craft.
Yes.
That was Channel 69 News. Thank you so much for bearing with me. We'll see y'all next week.
You know what's next?
What is next?
Everybody's favorite segment. We have a new sponsor this week.
Who is it?
You can just pull it up.
Okay, I don't have to wait or anything.
From the food innovators.
Oh my, why do you always say the food innovator? They're always the food. Hold on. It's not on the screen yet. It's not on the screen.
From the food innovators at English Foods, we give you
English
Foods. We give you homo sausage. Made from the finest ingredients that we could get out of the closet.
Is this really called English Foods?
No, I made that up.
Okay,
I'm very witty if you haven't noticed yet. Made from the finest ingredients that we could get out of the closet.
Why is there only one picture of it open?
This is a real thing.
I can see that. It's a real photo.
As always, GMO and keto friendly. This salty and phallic-shaped sausage is for everyone. Not just for college freshmen experimenting in the dorm with the strange guy they met in the art class anymore. Let's ask a real-life customer. Bob. Bob has impeccable style and grooming techniques. Loves homo sausage. When he tells his wife that he's going bowling with the guys, but he actually ends up at a seedy little bar named Bananas on the other side of town.
Oh God, Kelly.
How about another customer named Perry?
What was Perry's response?
Perry likes his homo sausage with a little wine spritzer to help him unwind after a long day of dog grooming.
Woo!
Big news, though. Coming next week. Hetero sausage.
Hetero sausage.
As always, don't forget our slogan.
What is it? I knew that was coming.
Homo sausage. How many can you take?
Oh, God. You should have said the homo sausage is no longer for dark, dungeony sex clubs. No.
Homo sausage. And yes.
Need a quick bite?
And in my vast research, this is a Chinese product, actually.
Ding, ding, buck.
That's why I called it English Foods.
I saw that. That was really funny.
Homo in Chinese also means the same thing as homo in English.
Does it?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So this is literally called gay sausage.
Pretty much.
Wow. Ding, ding, fuck chow. You know
ding,
what I mean?
Ding, fuck chow.
That is interesting. Because usually it's like a Swedish product and we just like make fun of it because the name is interesting. But thanks, China, for sponsoring us.
I like the Bob, who has impeccable style and grooming techniques, loves homo sausage.
Tired of eating sausages in dark, gloomy sex dungeons? No longer. Need a quick bite? Try the mini.
Try the mini. They have mini sausage.
Want to try something bigger? The bigger, blacker.
The bigger, blacker homo sausage.
Well, thanks.
Thanks, English
Foods.
English Foods. Say it. Where do you find this stuff?
Where do you find this stuff, Kelly? You have your people?
The internet is a
It's a dark, damp place.
I love
You love what?
the internet.
Love.
I love. Love.
Love.
Wild web.
Wild web. Juan doesn't understand about this wild web.
Can he even hear it?
No, he won't be able to hear it.
Can hear it.
Hell, I once killed a man.
You did?
I'm gonna open my bear.
Killed me.
Now, your boys best keep riding, you hear?
You boys best keep riding, you hear?
Dude, wow. That's a good intro.
Who made that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Joe. I heard Joe made it. Joe Mama. All right, Kelly, you want to go first?
Sure.
Go first?
I wish Juan could hear this stuff.
Well, Juan should have asked to be a part of the podcast.
I've titled this one. Did you pull up?
give me some.
Long Black Train.
I'm going to pull all of them up real quick.
Okay. Oh, we're going to do them all at once?
Oh, wait, these are mine. Hold on. Idiot.
Juan's not going to know.
Sorry, give me a second. Give me a sec. Pulling it up.
I think Joe Rogan has these problems.
He does. Jamie actually does. Take a second to. So Chance is no longer with us.
Let's talk about the Chance.
Let's talk about the Chance. Let's talk about that real quick. So Chance unfortunately passed on.
Like, he didn't die.
Oh, he didn't? No Omnicron?
No, he got the Omnicron.
He got the Omnicron. So, yeah, Chance is gone. I don't know why I just thought about that, because I thought about who should be setting this up for me.
Now, this is what Chance would normally do for us. So we have an open position.
Yeah, so send your applications to
We're looking for a social media person.
We really need a social media. Like, if you know anyone that wants to like build a portfolio, we will be your canvas.
Yes.
That you can paint on, right?
Literally, if you want to paint on us, though, you can do that too.
Nice. But Chance is gone.
Yes, Chance moved back home.
Sad.
But
hey,
good for him.
He's 20. He's got to figure himself out. Yeah. Couldn't handle the big city, if you know what I mean.
Hope he takes back all of the Mexican foods he learned about while he was here.
Chance comes back just talking like a Mexican, like.
Oh, he was picking up the Spanglish.
He was picking it up. Well, he was picking up the fake accent thing, and that was definitely from his buddy on the job site. And when he walks around, he's like, "Hey, fool!"
Hey, vato.
Chance would walk around like talking with like this like funny like accent. And I'm like, you can start saying Spanish words, but you don't have to bring in like the vato like thing. So we miss you, Chance, buddy. If you're listening to this, we still love you. Come see us sometime. Come join the podcast. But you know, what are you gonna do, right?
Is this one yours? This ain't mine.
These are you, Kelly. Yeah, these are you. This one.
There you go. That's
this
long
one,
black. That
this one. These are your. These are yours, Kelly.
Okay, which one are you going to first?
I'm doing this one first.
Okay, I title this one "Long Black Train."
Okay, I'm not ready. Are you ready?
Oh, let's do it. Let's bring it on my ass.
Here you go. Let me go, Corey. Yeah. Go, best friend.
There's a long black train coming down the line.
Here you go. Let me go, Corey. Yeah. Go, best friend.
Go, best friend. Oh my God, that's funny. That's really funny.
I'm a funny guy. I find funny things.
You're not funny. You just found that. That doesn't make you
it's my
funny.
kind of humor is what it is. I'm a funny guy. I'm a fun guy.
I'm glad that was how the video played out and not some other way.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. All right. Well, next on the docket.
Next one's I titled, not sure what I'm looking at here.
Okay. This is from
I love
user Big Baby with.
I love watching Juan because he can't hear the sound, so he's just like, what the hell is going on?
Okay.
All right.
So this one you titled, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Oh my God!
You can't touch this. So shiny.
So shiny. So shiny.
I'm looking at Juan's reaction.
Like I said, hey, they are just having. Wow, that's.
I don't know
I'm
what
just
I'm
gonna say
looking at
They
here.
are having a human experience right now, dude. What are they covered in?
Oil, maple syrup. I don't
Look,
know.
it says hashtag Feliz Navidad, hashtag Millennial, hashtag FYP, hashtag For You page. This is great, dude.
This got 260,000.
Okay, we're going to the
views.
channel. We're going to the channel.
User
I'm
Big
sorry,
Baby.
but we're.
His channel's called User Big Baby with Oil.
Hold on.
That's his name of his channel.
Hold on. I got to switch to the web view. Okay. So we're looking
Schollenberg, Texas. Let's
So-
go find him.
Oh, really? Have him on the podcast.
He's too blessed to be stressed.
Bro, no disrespect. I mean, he's got low numbers. I mean, this one's got 3.5. Okay, that was the one that we were just watching. He's got 3.5 million views. But what do you...
He's got front butt.
He does have front butt. That looks like the beginning of a pussy. That looks like a butt for sure. It looks like a butt. Kelly, what is... I'm trying to think of how you say this. Like, you're sitting around the house...
I have an idea.
Yeah, and
rub oil all over me.
You and your girlfriend or significant other, whatever you are, best friend. You and your best friend. I wonder if there's a long black train coming. You and your person are sitting there like it's pandemic. We're in the lockdown. All these girls are making tons of money on OnlyFans. You are a large front-butted black man.
Front butt. He's got front butt.
And you just go, what if I just get shiny and
Let's do
slippery
it.
and
Hey.
we'll go play in the mud?
3.5 million views later.
Well, okay, that's only on one video, though. Let's see what else he's got.
Oh, he's got some good numbers.
Hold on, I want to hear him talk. Look, he has a friend, or who is this? That's him?
That's his wife, probably.
Wait,
Or
hold on,
his-
so he's got different hair in this one.
That's him. That's his.
All right, we're going to watch this one now.
Yeah, baby. yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So she helps with the oiling. I'm really interested. Ooh, the black and white. Oh, that's so like their whole entire channel, just him being big.
It's called User Big Baby with Oil.
And if he was to lose weight, people would like shame him. Oh, he was so much better when he was front butted. Oh my. Oh, they make mugs. Is that merch?
Merch.
Oh, they tried paint first.
Island boy. I love this dude.
I'm a huge fan. Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna reach out to this guy. Oh, here's him getting 8 million views. Why does that one have 8 million views? Because it's interesting. Because I clicked on it. Right. That's all I need to say. What are we watching, bro? Chunky. Is it saying Chunky?
Hey, he's
Pope
having
is a rock star.
Pop. He's having a human experience.
He is
all right?
having. Oh, look, he turned into a horse for this video. Okay. All right.
Anyways,
Well, that was interesting.
thank
Kelly.
you, User Big Baby with Oil. Or
Thanks, user Big Baby with Oil.
so
Let's switch this
this
over to
is
TikTok.
my next one is AOC. Don't click it yet.
I won't.
I know we've talked about this.
We have talked.
AOC got caught in Miami.
Yeah, bring everybody up to speed. For those
So
who don't know.
I did this one because she goes this TikTok person. She put it all together.
Explains it.
Well, she dropped all the tweets in there.
Okay, so you don't need to catch anybody.
Yeah,
This
just-
video
just-
will explain it for us. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, let me make sure the volume's up real good. Okay. AOC in Miami Beach as NYC reports record cases. So it says NYC cases shatter all-time daily record with 74,000 positive Omicron Taxes. Taxes? Hospital. Oh, Taxes Hospital.
South Beach, bringing the heat.
AOC tweeted, Ted, this is...
This is when Texas was going through the storm.
Okay.
Basically, this chick is showing
This
the
is
hypocrisy.
This is from 4/1/21, and this is her tweeting at Ted Cruz for going to Cancun.
during
She
that.
says, Ted, this is pretty rich coming from someone who fled their own home and responsibilities during an environmental crisis to cross the border and seek refuge in Mexico. I like how that's worded. Like, I mean, if you were to believe, that's the problem, is if you're to believe what AOC says, that's a very well-crafted burn. That's a burn right there.
Can y'all feel that? Can y'all feel that?
Maybe Mexico shouldn't let you in the next time you try to run away from your job to sip umbrella drinks in Cancun. Oh, the hypocrisy.
Jig it out. Here I am in the.
Okay.
Oh, our boy DeSantis joins the battle.
Okay, so 10 hours ago, once this video was posted, which was a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was yesterday. We hope you're enjoying a taste of freedom here in the Sunshine State, thanks to Ron DeSantis' leadership. Wow!
God, I love DeSantis. Love him.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. Keep going.
Place where I come let go in my.
That was it. Okay.
The hypocrisy of what
We're just
you were
gonna sit here
saying
and let this.
earlier.
Yeah, I know.
It's just unbelievable. Just
What are you gonna do about it, man?
I don't know.
What are you gonna do about it?
You do what DeSantis does. and
All you
just
do
drops.
exactly. You just point that bullshit
it
out,
out.
and you just say, "Hey, look, remember when you were
This
flexing on Ted Cruz for this?"
Yeah.
I mean,
That's all you can do.
First off, in my opinion, this is hypocritical because she started it.
Oh yeah.
If she was to never have called out Ted Cruz for going to Cancun, this wouldn't be a thing.
Well, nope.
Because guess what? What is in the moment while excuse me, gosh,
Boy, that was professional.
That was disgusting. I'm sorry. While Ted Cruz, while Texas is frozen, Ted Cruz goes to Cancun. First off, doesn't mean he still can't do his job from Cancun. I mean,
What's he going to do there? Probably didn't have power at his house. Probably.
I bet you he wasn't sipping on fountain or umbrella drinks. He was probably actually working. Those guys always work, right? AOC is always working. Ted Cruz is always working. If you're in the Senate or in the Congress,
Well, see, my question to you is,
Yeah.
what would Ted Cruz have done?
and that's what I'm saying.
And
So-
you could pick any senator. I'm not picking
Right.
just because Ted Cruz in Texas. What was he supposed to do? The governor, I mean, he could probably make some calls to help put, hey, this is Ted Cruz, push some things along.
which he probably did.
But the governor was running the situation. He didn't.
Right. Ted Cruz actually has no power in Texas. He has the ability to represent
In
Texas
Texas.
in Senate,
Yeah.
but he's not pulling the levers of our economy or, our infrastructure, right? Governor Abbott definitely is.
I would even have to say the U.S. congressmen for each of their little districts
Right.
would have more power than a Texas senator would have.
Right,
Because
right.
they're
I completely
they control
Yep.
Plano or Allen. He just represents the entire state. Now, like I said, he could make calls like, hey, what the hell's going
why
on
isn't
here?
this fixed yet? Or, how can I help?
And
Or,
he could- I'm pretty sure he was doing that anyways.
and that's what I'm saying. Is you don't think he was answering emails or following the situation on the plane, and then once he got to the resort or whatever.
Yeah.
But again, this goes back to this didn't have to be a situation. AOC was the one who called him out, or right. The media,
She's the one who started.
The media and AOC called them out, and now we have to goof on you because you're literally doing the same
She's
thing.
pretty easy to goof on, though.
She's pretty
too.
easy to goof on.
She's an idiot.
Yeah. I love that. But did you see, I was telling you last night, I don't know if you remember, I was talking about it before we went to bed. I was
We went to bed?
What?
We went to bed together?
Didn't you go to bed at the same time?
Oh, not together. Sorry, go ahead. Awkward.
Well, I was saying about Reddit, all the headlines on the Reddit news feed about AOC at the moment were AOC calls out GOP leaders for being pervs because they talked about the dude's shoes, or I don't know. They were someone made a tweet and they were burning AOC, and then they were also burning her boyfriend wearing Birkenstocks or something, which that's stupid.
Yes.
But he's just being funny, you know what I mean? He's trying to goof on you because you goofed on them, right? And so all the news articles on Reddit right now about AOC in this situation are AOC slams GOP for being perverts. And it's what?
That's the problem. People read headlines. They don't read articles.
Exactly. They wouldn't. No one. Well, and the problem is, even if you read that article's not going to point this in the correct light.
Yeah.
It's not going to be hey, back when Ted Cruz, when the situation started, right? It's not going to give all the facts. So
yeah. What do you do?
I get so frustrated so easily thinking about that stuff, man. I'm so tired of. We were talking about that last night too with Ethan. It's just there's a reality and there's a Narnia. Which one are you going to live in? And it's very obvious when you live in Narnia, and it's very obvious when you live in reality. I've got no problem calling Ted Cruz out if he does something wrong.
Absolutely.
I got no problem calling Jesse Waters out if he does something wrong.
Absolutely.
But they're not doing anything wrong. You're fucking manipulating reality, and you're just feeding to the, you know.
You have your team, and your team has to win no matter what the cost is.
Right. It's just, I think that's.
It's like these people that are still all
worried about Omicron.
Yeah, or Joe Biden. They're all like, okay, he's not doing a very good job.
Did you see that CNN thing, that CNN article that came out, and it was like 13 Democrats that could replace Biden? CNN is writing articles saying, here are the 13 Democrats that could replace Biden in the next term. Did you? Actually, I think that's a part of the videos we're about to watch. So just sit back and
enjoy.
We're gonna
buy big baby with
buy
oil.
big baby with oil. English foods. Okay. Oh, these are funny. That's funny, and this is funny. Okay. I just need, let me pull it up on.
Is this yours? Wild Wild Web.
This is my Wild Wild Web.
Right.
Wild Wild Web. This is my Wild Wild Web. Actually, it's a YouTuber. Okay, so this is just a goofy thing. This video is called Left Wing Sponsors versus Right Wing Sponsors.
Okay.
It's pretty funny.
Sponsors. Now, this episode is brought to you by Bunker Vitamins. The world is ending, folks. You're going to want all the nutrients that you can get.
All right, comrades. This next segment is brought to you by Monsanto and Pepsi Cola.
Now, this is an anti-critical race theory cup. For those of you who hate propaganda, you're going to love drinking out of this.
And that tax the rich moment was brought to you by Amazon and China National Petroleum.
This is just a mug that says liberals are bad.
And Cheese List and Chase Bank.
Folks, I can't wait to tell you about this new product, Freedom Water. Now, this is just a jug of water for those who love freedom. Good old-fashioned American H2O.
Citadel and Berkshire.
January 6th, commemorative Patriot Plungers. Now, if you use the promo code ElectionStolen...
This podcast is also a collaboration with Netflix Podcast Studio, HBO, and Hulu.
Now, this is Second Amendment computer paper here. It's just a blank sheet of paper for those out there that love the Second Amendment.
State Farm Insurance if you want to save.
This is a Patriot pillow, folks. As you know, the Civil War is about to happen. You're going to want a good night's sleep first.
10 reasons why you should get boosted, brought to you by Pfizer.
Now, the segment 10 Reasons Why the Economy is Crashing is actually brought to you by Gold Bars. Now, this is just an actual gold bar that you can buy with the promo code Patriot. Let them know we sent you.
But do you know who's really into equity and inclusion? Mercedes-Benz. Now, this is a top-of-the-line vehicle. Handles curves like no other in its class.
This guy's funny, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard of this guy.
Will be as good as dust in less than a week.
If you buy 2 cars this holiday season, they will throw in your pronouns on the license plate. No charge.
Now, that left-wing cringe moment was brought to you by America First Dirt. Now, this is just good old-fashioned American dirt.
Oh, cringe! Anyways, that right-wing cringe moment is brought to you by Soros Fund Management.
Now, this is the real deal dirt here. You're not going to find this kind of dirt in hellholes like Venezuela.
Planned Parenthood.
Mothers Against Prosecution Reform.
And that is why we need to raise the minimum wage. Now let me tell you about Apple Worldwide. They are opening factories around the world.
If you want to stand up and say, no, I will not let America be turned into Venezuela by the end of this calendar month, you're going to want this can opener.
0.001% of those profits will be going to help marginalized genders.
0.001% of the profits from Bunker Vitamins go to supporting...
That's
pretty funny.
That's pretty funny. I love...
They've kind of nailed it, too.
This is going to go to my rant, but I love that because that's honest and fair comedy right there.
That is.
That is someone saying, look how fucking...
I was laughing at more of the right-wing things
because
than
you
the
knew
left
it. You knew it, right? You're like, dirt.
The Patriot pillow.
Civil War is about to come, and you wanted something soft to put your head on. So I thought that was really funny.
Use the promo code ElectionStolen.
This guy, Ryan Long, I've never heard of him, but I thought this video was good enough for me to go and check him out. He's got some good videos.
Pretty good ones.
Ryan Long, go check him out. He's a good comedian. Okay, speaking of ads.
All right.
Sometimes I don't even realize how seamless I'm putting all this stuff together until I'm doing it. Because look at this. Now I have a compilation of brought to you by Pfizer. So I'm going to show you.
Is that wait? Is that something that's on the screen, or is that like part of a set?
Just wait.
Okay.
This is a compilation of real news broadcasts brought to you by good old Pfizer.
All right.
This weather report brought to you by Pfizer.
Today's countdown to the royal wedding is brought to you by
Pfizer.
And now a CBS Sports Update brought to you by Pfizer.
Meet the Press Data Download brought to you by
Pfizer.
This portion of CBS This Morning sponsored by Pfizer.
On how to find the hidden sugars in the American family diet. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Making a difference.
Wow.
Brought to you by Pfizer. CNN Tonight. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Really hard to talk shit on the vaccine when you're being paid by Pfizer, CNN.
Aaron Burnett out front.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
Pfizer. This week with George Stephanopoulos is brought to you by Pfizer.
Good morning, America.
It goes on.
Oh, yeah.
It just goes on. Look how long. This is a 3-minute video.
That's why they won't say shit about
And so
anything.
it actually, this video.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
This video breaks into a piece on Tucker Carlson. It's pretty good. He was actually talking about the recent change. The most overdoses ever recorded in a year happened this year.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Charge led by fentanyl. Like, I think like 140,000, I'm misquoting, it could be 100,000, could be 200,000. I think it's like 140,000 people died of overdoses, mainly by fentanyl this year. Haven't heard a word from it.
No, yeah.
Omicron.
I got a cold.
Omicron. Oh, my God. Meanwhile, 100,000 people in America are dying from overdoses.
They don't care.
But wear 2 masks.
Yeah.
Crazy, right? Cray. Okay. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
This is what I was talking about when I was saying the people in power, when they say something and then 10 minutes later they say something else and I never said that. It's like, let's just never bring that up again, okay?
Trump did that to Biden during one of the debates.
Yep. And this is, watch this. This is also a good channel, this Potato Head. They're probably a Russian.
How are you going to keep it from us being able to be in a position where you can manipulate the machines, manipulate the records? The one way to do that is, I think we should pass a federal law mandating that the same machines with paper trails be mandatory for every federal election.
You write about working on the Senate Intelligence Committee and the fears you have about the elections being interfered with. And you said something I have been saying forever and ever, and I'm going to say it 45 seconds. You've been saying that it's time for us to go back to paper ballots. Why?
Because Russia can't hack a piece of paper.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, I hate her. She's the absolute fucking worst. Well,
I love her laugh, dude.
Oh, God.
Just, you ask her, you're like, Miss Vice President, how do you feel about the 1.2 million people that have crossed the border this year illegally?
Well.
Wow. Oh,
yeah.
The root cause is...
She's the absolute.
She's literally so incompetent. It's insane. But did you get the message here?
Yeah, I got the message. Well, Trump did that to Biden on the debate. He's like, I never said that. He's like, it'll be on my tonight. It'll be on my website.
Todos con Biden.
Todos con Biden.
Todos con Biden. So that's my wild, wild web, bitch.
Hell, I once killed a man.
You did.
Me if I'd ever killed anyone.
Thanks, Wild Wild Web. You want to go to FYP?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do some FYP.
Now, your boys best keep
riding here.
Boys just keep riding.
All right, crap.
We have production value here.
You know, I think I'm doing a pretty good job over here.
So the first one's going to bring your ring up.
Oh, yep. Let me guess. Let's go, Brandon.
So this is what you're talking about, where this is the other side of the phone call. This is the dude,
yeah, sure.
Like his wife filming him. Oh, and
dude, he thought he's so funny, bro. He thinks he's the funniest guy in the world. And you know what? It's not that
they're
scary.
Going after him so hard, though.
He's not a terrorist.
No.
He's a dude who wanted to make a funny joke.
With his kids.
His kids are there?
In there. It was all about his kids. You know why they were on the phone with Joe Biden?
Oh, because the kids were talking to the
president about NORAD was following Santa Tracker.
NORAD, isn't that the defense thing?
Yeah, they do it every year. It's a little
so they can shoot a bunch of.
That's not it.
Not this one.
No.
Is it this one?
No.
Is it this one?
No.
Oh, did I put the same? Oh, sorry, my bad. Wait, hold on. Oh.
I remember my first.
That's it. Oh, it was just messing. Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up on the.
So this is the guy on the other side of the phone call.
Okay.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, this is fun.
And they are going hard after him now.
Yeah, I know. He's a terrorist.
He's a terrorist.
He's a terrorist. For sure. Oh, yeah. No. He's a terrorist. Yeah. We need to take him down, lock him in Guantanamo Bay, and play baby noises for... Morgan told me that they play baby noises at Guantanamo Bay after she heard CJ cry like once. She was like, did you know that they torture terrorists by playing baby noises? I was like, hey, Morgan, did you know that a tight vagina means the girl's not enjoying it?
Dad, we have a hunter too. Yeah. We have a son named Hunter and a grandson named Hunter.
Oh, I didn't know you had a grandson named Hunter. That's cool.
You had a grandson named Hunter. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, yes, you do. You do. You tell me we don't. No. We have a grandson, I promise you. We have a grandson named Hunter. He's 16 years old. Ain't that cool? Oh, my gosh. Anyway. Well, how old is Griffin?
Griffin, you want to say?
I'm 11.
Griffin, you want to say? 11, what'd you ask for Christmas? What do you want Santa to bring you?
A piano.
MAGA hat.
Piano.
Ammo. I heard ammo.
Cut some trees down for that.
We had trouble hearing you, Dad.
I was going to say, you have to cut some trees down to get a grand piano built for him.
I think so. Well, and what's Hunter want as his big gift?
Switch.
A Nintendo Switch.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Great. That's pretty cool.
That's made by Japan. We can't do that.
Oh, Piper actually left the room before you guys picked up, but she wants a Barbie airplane is what she asked for.
Barbie. I still have my Barbie, and Santa. I think Santa brought my Barbie.
Oh, no.
My Barbie was the first Barbie. She's now grandmother.
For your granddaughter. For your granddaughter.
How about Penelope?
Well, Penelope, she's only 2, so I think she'd be happy with just about anything.
Oh, that's great.
This guy's pretty calm for talking to the President of the United States on the phone.
Horrible terrorist.
Have a Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
He has to be in bed by 9 o'clock.
By 9 o'clock.
Sleep between 9 and 12, or he doesn't show up.
That's right. Hey, well...
I hope you have a wonderful...
Yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry Christmas, and let's go, Brandon. You guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
Bye-bye.
Dad, we have 100...
That's it.
You said the kids were all in on it. I don't know if the kids were all in on it.
They weren't all in. I said they were in the video.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, because they were talking to the kids. Yeah, sure.
Like, they should have asked for, like, a MAGA hat.
I'm sitting there laughing.
Little jabby through.
Yeah.
We're going to have to cut
down some trees. I thought that was funnier than the Let's Go Brandon thing. But, that again, it goes back to, like, deep down, I'm like, we shouldn't be playing this game. But then also, it's like, they're going out of their way to do it. They didn't hold back at all. At least this is somewhat of a civil, and that's kind of what pisses them off the most, is because they can say it on national TV. Yeah. You can't say "fuck you, Donald Trump" on national TV, but you can say "Let's go, Brandon." What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Like, and you see these liberals all the time. They're like, "Oh, only conservative thinks they're so funny because they're." You know, they're like, it'll be a post. It's like someone says, "Let's go, Brandon," and it's like the rest of the world, and it's just like silence. And then it's like Ben Shapiro, and he's like, laughing.
I got a hot sports opinion.
Yeah,
I think conservatives are more funny than liberals.
Because they know how to have fun. They know how to shit talk, right? Yeah. They know how to like go off and have a good time.
We have better memes too.
Yeah, there's. I'll wait for my rant. Okay, I'll wait for my rant. Okay, let's go. That was a good video, Kelly. Okay, what's this one? The time machine.
Yes.
Is that all I need to know?
So, yeah. So, they created a time machine. And he's
crystals?
like, I'm going to go back and kill baby Hitler.
Okay.
Here we go.
I cannot believe you turned this into a time machine.
Yeah, I'm a genius, man. I mean...
You used it. It works.
It works. Remember I got Ashley's name tattooed on my forearm and then she broke up with me? Went back, stopped myself from doing it.
That's unbelievable.
No, unbelievable was how much of a bitch she turned out to be. I mean, we
Just shut the fuck up. Can I use this thing?
Where do you want to go?
Everyone says you get a time machine, first thing you do, kill Hitler.
You think you kill Hitler? I mean, you're kind of tiny and weak.
All right, send me back to a time when he can't defend himself. I'll kill baby Hitler.
You have the stomach to kill a baby. That's what you're saying? You want to go kill a baby?
I could kill a baby.
All right, get in there.
Style it up.
There he is. Yeah.
You're gonna laugh a lot.
Get up there. You get it done?
Murdered the shit out of that kid.
Oh yeah, how'd you do it?
I just punched him in the face.
That's it?
It's shockingly easy to kill an infant. You been outside yet? Did I change the world for the better?
I haven't even left the room.
Holy shit. That is
a lot of juice.
I cannot believe you turned this into a time machine.
Told you you're gonna laugh.
I'm a genius.
This is why the internet was created. I'm telling you.
That's funny as
That's
shit.
funny as shit.
That's funny as shit. Oh, man. Did you ever watch that Time Machine show with James Franco? Where he had to go stop the assassination of JFK?
That was a very good show.
Did you finish it?
I did.
Was it good? Good enough to finish?
Oh, yeah.
I got in like 4 or 5
A lot of
episodes.
it's cool. A lot of it's down in Dallas, too, obviously.
Yeah, I remember when they were filming that.
But it's at the end was like that kind of a thing.
Yeah. I know. And that's what I'm saying, because that's what happens in like time travel.
I don't want to tell you the end.
Yeah, don't tell me.
But yeah, it's definitely, it's only like 8 episodes or something like that. It's one season.
What? I lost my train. I was going to say, I wanted to talk either about The Matrix, The Alpinist. I want to talk about one of them. But yeah, anyways, I'll go back and watch it. What is it called? 11/26,
something like
69
that.
or whatever. It's like the day that he got killed. Anyways, sorry.
63.
Last one.
So before you go, stop. Before you hit it. I've been telling you.
Stop before you hit it.
Juan, shake. You can't talk, but are you familiar with
Shut up, Juan.
With the woke Capone family going around? So there's 5 of the wokest people on TikTok. And they are literally the worst fucking people in the world.
Okay.
That Modern Warrior dude is one of them.
Okay.
Right? I mean, just completely. Remember I had the Modern Warrior?
Yeah.
Hey, colonizer.
Hey,
guy.
colonizer.
So the other one is this
that.
lady called, and she may be literally, I've titled this worst person in the world. Literally.
Is this them?
If I had one bullet and it was her.
Whoa, hold on. Watch yourself.
Yeah, let me say. If somebody was going to shoot me, if I didn't punch one of these people, there we go. Huh?
Now you have to.
I have to. I would punch her over.
He goes, I would shoot her.
And she goes by the term.
Small looks?
No, RX Exorcist.
Okay.
You'll see her.
RX.
So she's well known for doxing. Like completely doxing.
Sure.
Here's
their address. Here's their.
Yeah.
That's so terrible. Okay.
And so this guy, so you can see the hashtag woke Capone. They're actually all fighting with it amongst themselves now.
Okay.
But this guy made a video and she just went after him. This is just a dude, just a guy making a video, you know.
Okay.
It's not even that bad. And she
and she goes after him.
And so it goes through her doxing a bunch of people.
Okay.
And then she got doxed.
Okay.
The SWAT team showed up at
This
her house.
shows the whole timeline.
Yeah, just
enough of it to understand
what's going on.
Okay, so walk up and start whipping girls' eyebrows off. Why?
Touch me without consent and see
That's
what
her.
happens. You're not the first napkin-colored, pocket-sized man. Recognize the
Oh,
seat
I see. So all these videos are her doxing and okay.
Flew Southwest, right? Great. So I forwarded all of that to Southwest Airlines. Should she suffer? Regardless, if anybody at Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada knows Miss Haley Smoke, please send this to her leadership.
Sister and told them about his behavior. Also,
You didn't get cancel cultured. You were held accountable. Several police officers, both from Harrison County Sheriff's Department and Biloxi Police Department, at my front door. Early this morning, evidently, someone decided to send an email in my name to every Biloxi
awesome.
City Council member detailing
Good.
my plans of
Fuck
going
you.
on a...
So she's a pharmacist.
Yeah.
And they proved, I don't know how she got out of this.
It's still going on.
Emotional damage. We need that drop, by the way.
Emotional damage. All right, I will get that.
So
right
she's
now.
a pharmacist, and they proved that she was using she works like CVS or
Yeah, she was
Walgreens.
using her database.
To find people.
Wow.
And they proved it. and nothing came of it. And I just cannot believe that she did not lose her job over that.
Really?
She's using her national database to find information on people.
Wow.
And she's literally the worst person. You are the worst person in the world.
So what's her name?
She goes by R Exorcist.
R Exorcist. Okay, so the R Exorcist, she works at like CVS or something?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
She's just a horrible person.
So if you know about this chick, blow it up. You know what I mean? Like, that's what needs to happen. Some pressure needs to get put on
the woke
CVS.
Capone crime family. This guy called the real conservative guy is his name.
Yeah.
He's going after him full barrels.
This is him?
Yeah.
This is him or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, that's him. And he don't get, hey, you want to dox me? Come dox me. I don't care.
Yeah, it's like, all right, we'll do it. I don't
So
care.
he's making fun of all of them.
So basically all these videos are him?
Those are all his videos, yeah.
Is it this small SMOLX guy? I don't know.
But he just don't give a fuck.
Interesting. So hashtag woke Capone crime family.
And
That
this
sounds
guy,
like fun.
Real conservative is his name.
Nice.
And he just don't care. He's calling them all out. He's got them all bickering within each other.
Yeah,
now.
he's like
they're attacking each other.
He's
now.
like pointing them at each other?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
Dang.
he's a good follow of anybody.
Okay, cool.
On TikTok. He's
Heck
a good
yeah.
follow. So
I'm going to take a quick break.
Okay.
Pause just for a second. Okay, we're back.
So
we're going to do your rant?
Sure.
Okay. You want me to pull this up right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So my rant this week is about college.
Okay.
What a waste of money college is.
Okay.
Now, if you're going to be a doctor,
okay,
a lawyer, a nurse, or a business degree, when I say business degree, I think you would learn more by starting a business and figuring it out yourself.
Working in a business. I think
or working in a business.
For me, I mean, I'm working essentially in a startup that's growing at a very rapid pace, and I'm learning a lot from the leadership team and their experience. So I'm learning a lot about business there.
I mean, there's a lot of college degrees that are worth it.
I think college is good. I think college is good.
Too many people going to college are 60% of people that start college drop out.
Sure.
Only 40% of people that go to college graduate.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So that led me into the cost of college.
Okay.
And it is, let me start out with this.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, do your thing.
All right. If you look right there.
You want to show the whole graph?
Kind
So
of.
it says the
rising cost of college, how much it has risen since 1980.
Okay. It says the cost of obtaining a college education in the United States has ballooned relative to overall inflation. Average college tuition and fees have increased by
1,200%. The cost of college has risen
since the 80s.
Back in 1980, it cost $1,856 on average to attend a degree-granting public school in the United States.
Okay.
So now, what is it? Does it say?
It looks like it just shows the percent increase.
So in 2020 it was 9,403%. Dollars. I'm sorry, $9,403
to do. Is that a degree? Is that one class? Is that
is a year?
That's 1 year of a public school.
University.
Okay,
on average.
On average, right? Yeah, because
at a public school. I mean, when you go to a
sure
private school, or they called them. What do they call them? Like special ones like Harvard or something.
Yeah,
a
sure.
little bit more.
Ivy League schools.
Your average Texas Tech or,
Right.
So that got me thinking, why did all this happen? So are you familiar with the, what's it called? The 1976 Act, the Education Act of 1976.
I'm not familiar with it. What is it?
So that's when the government said, we need to start subsidizing people to go to college, because every college is great for everybody. College became, all the high schools became college factories.
Right.
Like everybody's got to go to college, and people weren't going to that. So they passed this law that the government was going to help start subsidizing.
Okay.
Okay.
In what way? Like they give people money
giving schools money, or get. I'm sorry, making loans more.
Okay. Right.
Easily obtained.
Anyone can get a loan to college.
You can't get a $20,000 loan, or you can get a $20,000. We back that up. They'll give you $100,000 to go to college,
right?
But you can't get a $20,000 loan for a car,
right? Right. Yeah.
Right.
Because the government's backing them now.
The government's backing them.
Right.
So they started doing that and made loans affordable for everybody.
Right.
So people are getting their 4-year degree, getting out, and declaring bankruptcy.
Okay, but you can't do that.
Back then, you could.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. I see what you're saying.
So, I'm sorry. The Education Act of 1965. So in 1965 is when they said they're going to start giving you more loans.
Okay.
Easily.
Okay.
So they came, and that ended in 1976, and they put an act out in Section 439A of the act. Congress made student loans no longer dischargeable in bankruptcy.
Right.
Because a lot of people were just getting a loan, going to college.
Yep.
Bankruptcy. I don't have to pay it back. I still got my degree.
Yeah.
See you later.
Tim Dillon, the first time I ever heard him on Joe Rogan is when I learned about that you can't, if you declare bankruptcy, all of your debt or whatever gets taken care of, but not your student loans.
So 1976, they changed that you can no longer do that. So not discharging the loans would cause you and there's certain ways you can get around. I mean, they will, but it's like
you're jumping through hoops.
It's like trying to get the medical exemption for the shot.
Sure.
I mean,
have fun.
Good luck with that, right?
Good luck.
So 2 years later, Congress passed the bankruptcy code. In the years since, Congress has retooled the law to further limit a debtor's ability to file student loan bankruptcy. But in all those changes, Congress never bothered to find what an undue hardship is. Like, if you have undue hardship, you can still do it.
Okay.
But they never defined what an undue hardship was.
What does that mean? What is an undue hardship?
My mom died, and now, and just whatever hardships.
Right.
Like
I got shot.
You go to the bankruptcy judge and plea your case.
Okay.
There were supposed to be ways that you could still, right?
Right. Okay.
As a result, bankruptcy judges had to develop their own undue hardship standard tests. Depending on where you live, your judge can take your search. None has ever happened.
Not a single one.
From what I've seen.
And this is the banks that issue the loans make up these rules? Who gets to make up these
So the
undue
banks
hardship?
just started giving. So once the government backed that loan, the banks just started giving money to whoever wanted it.
Right.
Like, I can't go buy a $20,000 car,
right?
But you'll give me $200,000 to go get a English degree.
I don't know if it's $200,000, but yeah, sure. Because I think getting a loan to a public school, or if I got into UT Austin or something, they would give me the $40,000 to $80,000 for my 4-year degree. But they're not I don't think the government is going to back a student loan to Harvard. Will they? Doesn't matter, right? I mean,
student loan's a student loan,
yeah. I guess. I don't see why there'd be a difference, right?
So what also happened? States are responsible because these, like Texas, Texas A&M, these are state schools,
right.
So they throw money into the pot also. They help fund the schools.
They're also backing these schools and stuff.
And so once we're going to cut taxes, where do you think one of the first places they go is to, Texas A&M?
They go to the public schools and they start slashing their benefits and stuff, or
and the
their
school's
departments.
I'm going to raise tuition.
Right.
Oh, I don't care that you can't pay it. The government is backed it.
Right. It's
so they've raised
cycle.
they've raised their tuitions to the point where college, and I actually did a bunch of stuff. I didn't print it out, and it showed. If you went and got a business degree,
right,
you paid $120,000 over your 4 years in college, right? Mm-hmm. That's tuition, room, board,
right.
Or you became a plumber and went to a trade school, and you got out.
What is the
where everybody was,
right? On
at
average,
wasn't far off. Plumbers and tradespeople, make
totally.
Especially
and right out the gate too.
Oh yeah. While you're going to school, they're already making. They're 4 years into their career,
making $40,000, $50,000 a year.
Oh, way more than that.
Sure. I'm just giving low numbers. I'm giving low numbers. You know what I mean?
Especially like a union plumber,
right?
work there 20 years, you get a pension.
Right.
So you're done.
And also, if you get a business degree, that doesn't ensure that you're making money on the way out.
No.
I know plenty of people with business degrees who are
can
like
get a business degree.
looking for a job at a business, and what are you going to go do? You're going to go work for H&R Block, and you're going to be you're going to be a cog for the next 15 years before anyone even notices you exist. You know what I mean?
So this is a big cycle of how the government tried to do the right thing.
Sure.
Back in the 60s, like
Maybe.
the human greed takes over.
Right.
But the students were also in the wrong for people who are starting to do the bankruptcy.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to stop that.
Right.
Well, then here comes the bankers. Oh, this is a government-backed loan. You can never get rid of it.
I'm going to for sure make this money back on the interest rate that I set.
Why wouldn't I give whoever wants that money?
Why not?
You got a very small student loan.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
That shit ain't ever going away.
No, it's not.
There's a lot of this. So they've actually just Biden postponed it again.
Right.
Till
The
March.
payments.
And
right.
something I didn't think about till research. The payment goes, but does the interest still accruing?
Oh yeah.
It has to be.
That's how it works.
The bank's not going to
no. The bank will be like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
The interest is still there.
The interest is still good.
All. I don't know if I've ever made a payment on this.
But so it also, we went down this line. Let me get to this.
Keep going. Yeah, sure.
The AOC's leading this charge
to
get rid of student loans.
Right.
And that is, okay, you kind of got taken advantage of a little bit.
Kind of. You're 18. You're 18 and you think that getting a degree in women's lib is going to, women's literature is going to produce this high income. And so you're like, yep, give me that $100,000 loan.
You can't find a job.
You're being duped.
Or you found a job and you're making $15 an hour working in a library.
Like you said, at 18, I can't even get a $15,000 loan for a vehicle.
Yeah.
If I don't have a cosigner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And because they don't trust me to pay that back.
But they'll give you whatever you want for FAFSA or whatever it's called, right?
For school, they'll give you anything you want.
So AOC's, there was like over $1.7 trillion in student loan debt.
Yep.
That they're trying to wipe away.
Right.
And I'm like, well, that is the worst thing that could happen.
Why?
What if say you're 40 years old, you've paid your student loans off.
Okay.
Why do you get your money back?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you still have student loans and it's backed on this
no, if
program.
you paid off all your student loans.
If you paid them off, yeah, sure.
You took a loan.
Right.
I mean, you were 18 years old. That is, you took on this debt. Just like I took a debt for this house. Are you going to pay my house off?
No.
Why am I responsible?
It wasn't backed by the government.
No. Why? Just saying. Why am I responsible for paying off your student loan?
Who's responsible? You or the
U.S. government is trying to wipe the debt away from everyone.
Paying for it all.
Paying the $1.7 trillion and wiping everybody's debt.
I think what they should do is just if everyone stopped paying, what are you going to do? You're going to throw everybody in jail? That's fake money anyways.
It is
As we can look at this chart, that's fake. Anytime I see a chart doing that, like that's fake. That's a bunch of fake, phony, funny money that doesn't exist. And if you pay it off, they're going to get rich. If you don't pay it off, it doesn't matter because it didn't exist in the first place. You know what I mean? Like your college degree wasn't worth that. The person working at that school wasn't making that money. You know what I mean? The professor's not making that money.
So I think it's just shitty for the banks.
Yeah.
It's shitty for the colleges because okay, I'm going to raise tuition because you're just going to get a loan to cover it anyways.
Well, it seems like everybody got a degree at $40,000. Let's try $42,000 and let's try $43,000.
And we're still getting students in, and let's just keep on raising.
We need a new diversity center. Guess it's going to be $45,000 this year. You know what I mean? Per student.
But just the paying off the student debt is just a Why don't you pay off everybody's car payments?
But that's not backed by the federal government, though.
No. I'm just saying AOC's pushing for that. How stupid that sounds. What if you paid off all yours? Do you get your money back?
I know, but I understand that. You're like, okay, well, that's like.
So are you okay with the United States government paying everybody's student loan off? They're not going to just hit the lead and that debt's going to go away. That debt's going to get paid by the U.S. Treasury.
I know.
And they're going to have to print $1.7 trillion to do it.
That's the thing.
And that's going to make inflation higher.
And that's where I say no. But I'm more of on the radical side. I'm like, who fucking cares? Just cut it off.
No.
Just tell those banks to fuck off. You know?
Well, the U.S. government they cannot do that.
I know, because
they
they've
would
already
lose they would lose their rating.
Right.
They
No,
would
I
be
got you.
defaulting on their loans.
I see. No, I know. World can't be in rose glasses, right?
Yeah.
In a perfect world, we just say this is fake money. It never existed. It never should have been that much in the first place. No, fuck off. We're done. But that just doesn't work like
That's
that, right?
not
Because
the real world.
there's actual repercussions to your actions, right? So I had a Narnia thought there for a second, but now I'm back to the reality.
You just can't. Okay, why does the government just pay off everybody's car loans
Now,
or something? You can't do that.
What I would say is there does need to be some sort of new legislation where we go, okay, we're off the backing of federal student loans.
Yeah.
The problem is somebody's making money there. And
they're going to be making money until they stop making money.
Right. So in 2022 now, they should push some sort of legislation that says we're no longer backing these loans. Or I don't like no.
You know what? You can go.
I don't know what
college
degrees
for
would be
$1,000.
Right. No, but I don't know I don't know which degrees I would choose or who would be the person to choose, and I don't want some person in power being the one saying what's important, what's not important.
Yeah, I get that.
But degrees in engineering are important.
Very important.
Degrees in there are certain degrees that give you skills,
the ability to pay your student loans off.
right? Or there's a market. If there was a market that was growing at a rate, let's say the women's literature market was just blowing up, and people after people were making millions and millions of dollars a year doing this, then yeah, it kind of makes sense to go to get a degree in women's literature. But if you have 40 years of data showing that these people are getting degrees in a degree that doesn't matter, and they're turning around and trying to file bankruptcy, and they're not getting the job that they thought they were going to get, we should start saying, okay, well that degree we can't
back that loan.
We can't back that loan.
Here it is. It's a good idea. We can back engineering loans.
Right.
We can back legal law degrees.
Sure.
We can back anything in the medical field.
Yeah, right.
You want to do
underwater basket
weaving seems to be the default.
Yeah, right.
No.
Right.
No.
Right.
And that degree should not cost nearly as much as getting a business degree.
So they should do that if they're going to continue with that, but then they should also start like dropping off, saying this year we're going to accept 5% less degrees than we did last year.
And then the next year, got to take responsibility.
And then the next year, we're going to drop another 5% of the number of degrees that we federally back, until the point where you get to basically backing no degrees. If you want to go get a job in engineering, getting a loan from that bank should not be hard, because you get that loan, you finish your degree, and then you go get a job in that field that pays a respectable wage, right? The amount that your schooling should cost should be proportional to the amount of money that you'll make on average your first year out of that degree. Yeah. Not when you become a CEO, but when you become a junior level engineer at SpaceX or wherever, at GE. If you become a junior engineer on the manufacturing floor at GE, the base wage should be enough to compensate your living standards plus paying off these loans efficiently, right? On time payments. And how
does that work? It's a very small amount though, isn't it? They make you pay.
What do you mean?
Like, I know yours is, I don't know if you want to say how much you owe on here. It's not very much, but
yeah.
I mean, it's not like a car payment.
No, it's like $5.
Yeah,
because it's backed for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
they're like, hey,
you have your whole life to pay it off.
We'll get you later. You know what I mean? Pay $5. You know what I mean? Like,
why can't you just drop $100 a month at it and just?
Well, and it
depends on what your interest rate is.
And it comes to these points where, okay, paying so I only have like $4,000 in government-backed student loans. This is when I was in school doing, but if you and so that's okay if I look at it like, okay, well, I can just throw $5 at it every month for the next 40 years. I don't fucking care. Yeah. I could care less. I'm not going to feel that ever, right? But if you get $120,000 loan for a 4-year degree, throwing $5 at it for the rest of your life, you're not going to make a dent.
No, you won't even hit the interest.
You're going to have to start paying larger sums of money. So there's a not a duality, but like a triality to this, right? The government needs to say we're done backing these.
Yep.
The schools need to drop their tuition.
Yep.
You're not God. You're not, you know what I mean? You're not giving entrance to heaven. You're obviously not guaranteeing anything. You know what I mean? They're not guaranteeing a happy life. all they're saying is, hey, go to high school, get good grades, go to the best college you can go to,
go to junior college,
get the hardest degree you can get. But it's like, it doesn't matter in the end.
People don't go to junior college anymore.
I don't know.
So I found this. This is a list of the highest paid public employee in every state.
Okay.
Okay.
Dr.
And
Anthony
the capitalist in me is like, I understand some of this.
Okay.
Of the 50 states, 28 of them were
epidemiologists,
college football coaches. Give an example, Nick Saban.
Yeah, millions of dollars, $90 million.
Salary, $8.9 million a year.
And for what's his total over like 5 years or something?
That's a year.
No, but is his contract for like 5 years, 10 years?
Yeah, so he may have. But the capitalist in me is like, you pay Nick Saban $8.9 million, but he brings you $150 million every
billion.
Year.
Think about that. Some schools bring in ad revenue and TV. You know what I mean? Like, so they're bringing in real money.
So that's the capitalist of me. Sure. So I thought it was funny. 28 of them were football coaches.
Okay.
12 of them were basketball coaches. 8 terrible. Of them, this kind of pissed me off, school presidents.
Okay.
One was a university staff surgeon.
Okay.
And one
that kind of makes sense.
I think it was Hawaii for some reason.
Because they got their shit on straight. Yeah. I think every state should have, the football coach should not be, I get what you're saying, like the capitalist, if we're in a market, you know what I mean? You get compensated to the amount that you're going to, in return, bring this organization.
Hawaii.
Right?
But his salary was only $634,000.
Only $634,000. That's fucking insane.
Well,
come on.
So he's a staff surgeon. What do you think if
Nick Saban makes $8 million a year?
No, I'm saying he probably should be making a lot more out in the private world.
Sure.
A surgeon of world-class caliber should be making millions of dollars a year. Sure. Is what I'm saying.
It goes back to I don't know. I think.
And one of them was a public school superintendent.
I don't know what I think, man. I don't know how to.
Back to your business thing. So I had a neighbor who, when I lived over there, he went to the University of Nebraska.
Okay.
Got his bachelor's. And then he went to University of Oklahoma because that's where his wife was going.
Okay.
And he got his master's in business.
Okay.
Right? He got an MBA.
Yeah.
And now, when I was living over there, he got his PhD from SMU in business.
Okay.
So
now he's Dr. Businessman.
And he never had a job. He's never been in the business world. And now he's a teacher.
Exactly. Okay.
No, he's a college professor.
See, and that's crazy.
And I'm like, you're a doctorate of business and you've never been in the business world.
It's like you need to take top CEOs and make them the professors, right? Like once you're done making all your globs of money, you know what I mean, being a baller, then you go and you teach. But if you've never stepped foot in the business world,
in the real world, he went
crazy.
straight from high school to college.
Yeah.
Then got his MBA. And then he got his doctorate from SMU.
See, we've talked about that a lot, and that's that academia cycle, right? So they get these people, and you get a degree in women's literature, okay? And then you try to go out in the real world, and you say, okay, well, I'm going to get a job at this place. And you're like, oh, there's no jobs. Well, the college I went to is hiring.
Go back there, I guess.
They need more because guess what? There's more people now. So when they went to school, let's say there was 100 people that got a women's lib or women's literature degree. Okay, so she goes out into the world and tries to get a job, realizes there's no job, but realizes now there's 1,000 people trying to get degrees for women's literature. Well, that means the institution needs more teachers. So I guess I'll go be a teacher there. And you've lived your whole entire life in academia, and then those people spend the majority of their time looking out into the real world and judging them and saying their 2 cents on the real world. It's like, you've never lived in the real world. So I've got more experience in the real world than you do. I've got more say and more knowledge about the real world than you do.
The most successful people I've met in my life. And, there's, I can count them on, couldn't even count them on my hands.
Yeah, there's a lot. I know a lot of them.
Never went to college.
I agree. Actually,
I think a successful person,
a
person is going to be successful
if they're right.
A person is successful,
right?
Not because they went to college, they are going to
because they grind.
They grind.
They know how
they
to grind.
started
Right.
a small business and they grew that business
Yeah. Yeah, the degree gives you no power, and then people are starting to understand that. Yeah, I don't know whether they should cancel the loans. I don't know how they fix this problem. I don't know how they fix half these fucking problems. We got so many problems out there, and a lot of the scariest of the problems to me are the funny money problems. When you're looking at this and you're like, oh well, inflation has risen 236% in the last 40 years, but the cost for college has risen 1,200% in the last 40 years.
Yeah.
There's some fuckery going on there. And I can't explain it because I didn't go to college. You know what I mean? I don't have a degree in economics, so I can't thoroughly explain what's wrong here. But I know inherently there's something wrong there. Same thing with our debt. Same thing with our inflation. Same thing with all these, I can see the writing on the wall. I don't know how to fully explain it, but I know there's something wrong with
I think these colleges are also competing with each other for students. So they got to be bigger and more elaborate.
Sure. So, yeah. Oh, well, it's going to cost this much because we have to build
just
this
like, look at the
wing
football stadiums are out trying to outdo each other.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's Kelly's rant.
It sucked, dude.
Don't go to college.
I still think go to college, though. I think
if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer.
No, I think college is important, though. It's just
if you want to
think they should only be allowing a certain number of degrees in that field based on the proportion of what the market outlook looks like. So if you have, I keep going back to women's literature, but if they say in the next 10 years there's going to be 100,000 women literature jobs needed in the marketplace, then the United States should only be allowed to federally back however many I just said. Did I say 100,000? I don't know. If there's 100,000 jobs over the next 10 years, the federal government should only be allowed to subsidize 100,000 loans for women's literature. And that should be a merit-based thing that proves that you're the qualified person to get there. They shouldn't just be like, well, there's only 10 jobs in women's literature. Let's let 100,000 people get degrees over the next year because then it causes that problem.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Hey, I just read that in the next 3 years, there's going to be over 4 million unfilled cybersecurity jobs in the United States. We should then back 4 million.
Pushing people to go into it.
We should back only 4 million federally backed student loans for cybersecurity to get a bachelor's degree or whatever. And I think it should stop at bachelor's degree too. If you're getting so if you get a bachelor's degree and that's subsidized by the federal government and it's warranted based on the logic that I just kind of laid out, then that should say, okay, well, you get into the job place, start making good money because we've proven that there's jobs needed for that market. Now you should be able to make enough money if you want to go get that master's degree, you should
do it on your own.
The incentive should come from you knowing that if you get this master's degree, you will get paid more. You shouldn't be able to go back. I should not be able to get a FAFSA degree for my master's. If you haven't started making money in computer science by getting a bachelor's degree yet, you don't deserve to then go get a master's degree because you haven't proven yourself. You haven't proven yourself to be worth enough to then be able to turn around.
You may not even like what it is after the fact.
Exactly.
4 years in, you may. I don't even really like this.
I know of a guy who was 6 years into school, I think, and going for his master's in medical. I don't know, something in medical. And then was like, this shit sucks. And then dropped out. And he had 6 years worth of federally backed loans for.
He's got to kind of grind after that. Stay with it.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, okay, push through, dude. Like, push through. But crazy, man.
Yeah.
Crazy. Crazy shit going on in the world out there. You want to know what's crazy?
What's that?
Death to 2021 on Netflix.
Here we go. I've been here. I've heard this.
Death to 2021 on Netflix. I just watched it. I only watched like half of it. I was kind of.
How'd you feel?
I was just kind of getting beat down. The whole time I'm just getting beat down by watching it. So Death to 2021 is this satire recap of the year, produced by Netflix and then pushed to the top. Oh, it's the #1 trending on Netflix. Okay, Netflix, you fucking made it. Of course, it's the trend. It's the #1 thing. I don't trust that, by the way. That could be a completely separate rant. You know how all top 10,
are all Netflix for some reason?
All produced by Netflix? Oh, that's kind of interesting. But so I saw Death to 2020 and it was okay.
I think I watched part of that and I turned it off.
You probably did because for the same exact thing.
God.
So I'm watching Death to 2021 And, you know, I was watching it for the first few minutes. You can kind of chuckle. You're like, ah, ha, ha. You know, oh, they like have like this like white mom who is like anti-vax or whatever. And she makes a couple jokes or whatever. It's funny. It's like, but after about 10 minutes, you get to this point where it's, you know, you understand what's going on here. They bring up something that happened in 2021. Oh, this situation is bad because of Republicans. Or, oh, Republicans are bad. Or, oh, this Fox News person covering this issue is bad. And they're like doing this satire and all this stuff. And at the beginning, it's kind of level, you know what I mean? It's level, and they've got, you know, back and forth, kind of like that video I was showing, right, with the, liberal sponsors versus Republican sponsors. Yeah. That's fair and balanced, and it's hilarious.
Oh, that's...
This, not. I can tell it was made for young people to catch themselves up on the talking points and say, hey, here's what happened this year, and remember all the stuff and why it happened, right? So you've got, they would cover a super intense topic with 45 different levers and players and characters and reasons why this happened. You know, something happened a decade ago, and this happened. This is why it unfolded in 2021, and, you know, Republicans are bad. And it would proceed to tell you this stuff in like 10 seconds. You know what I mean? It would like cover this thing, tell you who is bad, and then move on to the next thing. They would have some shitty joke. This happened. It's bad. Another shitty joke. Here's who to be mad at, and here's whose fault it is. Let's move on to the next thing. I get it that it's this like 1 hour recap of everything that happened in the year, but it's not. It's propaganda.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know who's big into Netflix, right?
George Soros. Obama?
Yeah, I think... Well, you know who sits on the board, and I may be wrong. I can look this up while I'm telling you this. Susan Rice sits on the board of Netflix, I believe.
Oh, really?
You know who Susan Rice is?
No, I've heard
I believe
the
she
name.
was Obama's national security advisor
Yeah,
or his chief of staff. And the Obamas are big into Netflix, too.
Really?
I mean, they make their own shows.
Really?
Oh, yeah. So it's...
Yeah, so it would be one thing if they were to make it a little bit more level. The problem is everything is made to trigger you. It's made to, you know, hey, these people are bad, follow this. You know, I hate the woke agenda masked in comedy bit that's happening today. Because, you know, people will hear this, what I'm saying, and say, oh, Carter, you're just being sensitive. Look, Carter's triggered by some jokes. But in reality, the reality of the situation is that there are a ton of people out there who are already uninformed.
Oh, yeah.
Me, someone I consider myself to be pretty informed on current events and things that have happened in this last year. But you have a ton of people out there who are already completely uninformed on what happened this year. They'll watch this video, treat it as gospel, and then use it as their knowledge base for the rest of their life and be like, oh, well, in 2021, this happened, and it was Ted Cruz's fault for going to Cancun. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Texas froze because climate change is rapid, and Ted Cruz did nothing about it. Next topic. You know what I mean? And they got these like fake like interview characters and stuff. It just feels like a large propaganda film.
Oh,
it just feels like feels like propaganda, bro.
The progressives have gotten the kids young.
Yeah.
And they've gotten into Hollywood.
Yeah.
And pop culture.
Every little Gen Zer that I talk to, and they think they know everything about the world. Man, it's just like you go one layer deep and they don't know anything what they're talking about.
They know the talking points.
But it's crazy because when I was that age, I didn't even concern myself with these issues. I didn't even concern myself with what the state of, you know, politics or the state of the climate. I didn't care about any of these things because the people creating the media, the people telling us about these issues and these, you know, events, were not targeting kids. And so now you got a whole generation of young kids who think that they're more informed than you. Oh. You know what I mean? You're 50 years old and a 14-year-old.
I tried to explain to the other night.
Yeah, right.
You don't have the life experiences. You're 16.
Exactly. You
don't pay taxes.
And I know you and my dad were talking about it last week too. And it's like, and I understand. I see it. You know, if you say something to me, I'm going to listen to you completely and I'm going to hear you. And maybe I'll go do some research and try to see and form my own opinion, which everyone should be doing. But they're getting these young people who are on Netflix. You know, they're just chilling on Netflix. Oh, let me watch this thing. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, that happened. Oh my gosh, that happened. And that was the reason that happened. Oh, that person started that event. That was the outcome of that event. Now they're taking that, and that's their arguing points. And I'm going to go and talk to this person because they approach you. That's all the conversations they want to have is these deep intellectual conversations about current events. Again, they're 14 and 15 years old, and they're trying to talk to you, and you're trying to have an intellectual you're like, okay, sure, I will let this on. Let's have this conversation. And you're cool, and they're spewing something out, and you say one thing that contradicts what they say, and all of a sudden it's, well, you don't understand, or that's not my experience, or, and I just feel that Death to 2021 on Netflix is a year recap propaganda video. It's an hour plus long video on this is how to think, this is whose fault it is, and have a nice day. Now go disseminate what you know.
So I did look up Susan Rice was on the Netflix board.
Still on?
She left it to go to Joe Biden's administration.
Ah, gotcha.
I'm trying to find a video for you I saw on TikTok about, and it was like this cartoon kid, and he's sitting there and he's watching TV and they're just showing all the propaganda to him. Orange Man bad.
Right.
It was just a collection of Orange Man bad.
Yeah.
Orange Man bad.
Right.
And he's just sitting there and he's like, yeah, Orange Man's bad.
Well, yeah, and that's how
then they show him in a protest, like holding a sign that says Orange Man's bad, and all these other people are holding signs too. And
then they collectively think that, oh, well, I'm right because all these people are with me, and they think the same thing.
And another cartoon guy walks up and goes, "Why?"
Right,
and he's like, "I don't know."
Yeah, no, seriously, and I'm not trying to go this far, but the only analogy I can draw is Nazis, right? Like Jojo Rabbit.
Oh yeah, that little
Jojo Rabbit is a film about a little kid being completely indoctrinated and brainwashed by the propaganda of the Nazi Party.
Oh yeah,
the Nazis' most powerful tool that they had was the propaganda wing, right? Yeah. Any good World War II movie that kind of covers Nazis talks about the propaganda wing of the Nazis. You know what I mean? Everyone knows Hitler gave everybody a radio so he could be in the living room of every person in Germany.
And a car.
Volkswagen. Sure. And guess what? Little kid sitting there listening to mom and dad or listening to the radio, and Hitler's sitting there talking about Jews are bad and blah 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 and all this stuff. Not much different. Yeah. And I'm not saying that the Republicans aren't trying to do that, but I don't see that they don't have such a grip on the young people, which is good. No one should be trying to get a grip on any young people.
That's why the progressives and the Democrats go after the young people, right? Because they're easy targets.
And then they also say, "Hey, no more D's and F's."
Yeah. Oh, cool. You're going to pay my student loan?
Oh, you're dumb. You're dumb. You want to go to college?
Yeah, you can go to college still.
Orange Man bad.
Orange Man bad.
Orange Man bad. Right?
I'm telling you.
Crazy.
We're in the end times.
We're in the heart. We're in the soft times.
We're in the
We're in the end of soft times, I think.
Man. Where are we moving?
I know. We've been talking about this a lot lately.
Australia was like my go-to.
I know. And it's like, I was ready to Mad Max it up in Australia. And I'm not fucking going to Australia. Screw that.
New Zealand?
No way, dude. They're trying to get rid of cigarettes, bro.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
They are.
We had that. I don't know where we go.
We stay here. Someone told me we stay here.
I know who's in.
Yeah.
Because I asked him, where are we moving? He's like, no, we stay here. This is our country.
This is where you move.
Yeah.
You move.
So
I don't want to get there, but you move.
I need to find you that video. That was a good video.
We'll find it for me next week, Kelly. We're going to close this thing out.
All right.
We're all wrapped up.
That was a good podcast.
That was a really good podcast. I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Just you and me.
Just you and
no
me.
more Chance.
We don't need Chance.
Chance sucks.
Chance, you suck.
Chance, if you're listening to this,
we love
and you made it all the way through, we love you, bro. We miss you.
You don't even listen anymore.
Juan, thanks for sitting here and listening to us, even though you couldn't hear the videos. You got a date? You got to go.
Hold your hand up, Juan. What the?
Whoa, Juan's wearing some bougie stuff.
What the fuck is that?
So cute. Anyways, this has been a great episode, guys.
14-year-old girl?
Thank you so much. If you're at the end of this podcast, you've made it all the way. We really appreciate you sitting here listening to us bullshit. Yeah. Shout out to Kara. We love you. If you made it this far, Kara, let me know if I did good.
She's turned it off long ago, trust me.
This is a good episode, Kelly.
Thank you.
All right, that was episode 15, podcast number 15. If you want to follow us on social media, I posted on Instagram last week.
No way.
I think I did.
We need a social media person.
We need a social media manager. If you want to run our TikTok and our Instagram and all that stuff, please.
We'll give you all the passwords.
We'll give you beer.
Well, yeah, we'll pay you in beer.
We'll pay you in beer, maybe, some sort of compensation. I don't know. But follow us on TikTok at Gen Gap Talk, Instagram at Gen Gap Pics. Again, thank you so much for watching this. Please like the video. Please comment. Do something. Tell your friend about it.
Don't call me and tell me you like the...
Yeah, the problem is people text me.
Leave a comment.
People text me like, video was great. I'm like, that's why YouTube made a comment section.
Yeah.
Like, leave that there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Actually, yeah, that's what we need.
Or if you don't like it, leave that there too.
Yeah, tell us. Anyways, we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.